JC. It's a great rivalry. These guys haven't played in 17 years. Two classic programs here on national television.
Man, Andrew, we were down on the field talking to players from both sides, and they couldn't be more excited and more hyped to play, not only because it's week one and they get to finally hit somebody in a different color helmet, but on NFL Network also, a place where they all dreamed to be one day. Like they told us, they showed up, they're here. Now all that's left to do is show out.
It is a great HBCU showcase, and there's going to be a lot of talent on this field. Maybe the one guy that everybody is watching is on the Grambling side of the ball. He is a game wrecker. His name is Sundiata Anderson.
Yeah, big-time NFL prospect, the number one ranked player in all of FCS. He's a guy that's going to have a lot of eyes on him, not only today, but all season long. And he told us when we talked to him and asked him, how are you dealing with all of this preseason hype? He said, man, I love it. I play better under pressure, and today could be a record-setting day.
They're going to move him around a lot, and he has his eye on a record. He says he wants the FCS single-season sack record, which, oh, by the way, is 23 and a half. He can get a good start on that today. Other side of the ball, Hampton has some defensive talent as well. How about Quasin Townsend in the middle of that defense?
Another NFL prospect already on the Black College Player of the Year watch list. This young man is going to be fun to watch, a tackling machine. You see him right here, 100 tackles last year. He's another kid that's going to have a lot of eyes on him. I expect we're going to be talking about him a lot today.
The heart in the middle of Robert Prunty's defense has another year of eligibility left here at Hampton after transferring over from Villanova. So, obviously, in the offseason here with college football, you like to keep some things close to the vest. Marley Weirda, neither coach this week really wanted to tell us who their starting quarterback is. What have you been able to find out?
Yeah, the coaches have had their lips sealed all week. We only found out today, but we do know that the Tigers are going to start the Alabama State transfer, Miles Crowley, but don't count out Julian Calvez. We're hearing some rumblings that he might take some snaps as well on the opposite sideline. Hampton is going with Chris Zellis, although Robert Prunty said that he could throw all three of his contending quarterbacks in the game. He said he might have to flip a coin to decide who was going to be today's starting quarterback. So we might see all three of those guys out there at some point today, guys.
Hey, I love the secrecy here. I love the gamesmanship from both of these coaches. They did have legitimate quarterback battles, JC, but neither coach this week. And we tried, we twisted arms. Hey, we'll keep it between us. Hey, this Zoom is private here. Neither coach really wanted to say anything.
Not giving up a lot of information, but if you believe that the coach, after all of this time, flipped the coin to see who was going to start at quarterback, yeah, I've got some land to sell you.
It really is a great day here at Red Bull Arena, and I cannot overstate how much these two programs are excited to be on this stage, are excited to be on NFL Network, to be in this building that a week ago had Lionel Messi on the pitch here. As the Red Bulls in Inter Miami played a soccer game, they are ready for the big stage.
Oh, they really are. Like they said, hey, it's time to show out. And now everything that they worked on all spring, all summer, now they finally can see what it all looks like. There's a lot of question marks, a lot of new players on each side. As we already talked about the quarterbacks, now it's time to bring all of that together and see how they look today in a real game.
And we also had the bands. We saw both of them right there on camera at halftime. Each of these bands is going to get 7 minutes to show a national television audience what they can do as well. Part of the pageantry of what we hope is a great HBCU tradition kicking off here today.
Come on, man. If you come to an HBCU game, right, the bands, in some cases, that's what people come to see. So sometimes the football game is secondary. Today, I think we're both 1 and 1A. So listen, we came to see all of it.
We have two programs as we see Robert Prunty here, the head coach at Hampton in his 6th year but 5th season. Hampton didn't play football in the COVID year of 2020. Two programs that are really trying to start fresh. Obviously, both big in the transfer portal in the offseason, trying to rebuild off disappointing 2022s, but both with a great sense of optimism for the off seasons that they've had.
Yeah, they both feel good about where they're at right now, the transfers they brought in, the freshmen that they brought in, and development of the players that they have returning. Like I said, they all talked about getting bigger, stronger, and faster, and all of those things. It looks good in practice, but now you get to see all of that against another team and see where you really are.
It's the first time these two programs have met since 2006. Is it the most classic and most storied HBCU rivalry? No, certainly it is not. But these are two proud programs with a proud history, with legendary coaches.
On NFL Network.
And it's on NFL Network. And I cannot overstate, JC, just how great this weather here is. We got off the plane yesterday. It was a little bit chilly.
Yeah.
Felt almost like fall. Today is certainly not fall weather. The sun is shining. We're in the 80s. Feels a little bit hotter down on the field. I would say kind of feels like 90 on the field, even though it's 80. You know, if you're outside this building, regardless, great atmosphere and hopefully a great game. It's Grambling State and Hampton about to get rolling here on NFL Network, and a new season is underway. This one's going to be fielded at the 5, taken out to the 20, a spin for Dorian Moultrie, and that is where Hampton is going to start things off for head coach Robert Prunty. 4-7 a year ago, only 1-7. However, after moving into the CAA, what used to be the Colonial, now the Coastal Athletic Conference, Christopher Zealous, who alternated last year at quarterback, is going to get the start today. He is the 6'3" junior out of Greensboro, North Carolina. And they're going to operate out of the gun as we get rolling here from Red Bull Arena on the 25-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground here. The opening possession, kind of a, what do we call it, a air raid principles, if you want. We talked to Zach Patterson before the game, a lot of tempo. That's Elijah Burns, JC, with the opening carry for 2 yards.
Elijah Burns, Darian Butts, those are the two main running backs, but Zach Patterson told us, don't be surprised to see maybe 5 or 6 different running backs, 8 wide receivers. They're going to rotate a lot of guys.
With Burris in motion, the second down throw is to Kevin Johnson. Number 2, Kevin Johnson, the 5th-year senior out of Suffolk, Virginia. And here's some of that tempo on third down. They won't huddle. They need 5. They make it to 35. Moving on the line. And a pre-snap penalty. To see which way. They say this one's going to be on Hampton, actually, to start it off. Alexander Randolph is our referee. Paul Woods, the wide receiver.
And you know, Andrew, that's one of the problems that you can have if you have too many quarterbacks. They rotated 3 quarterbacks in practice, all working with the ones. Everybody's cadence is a little different. Everybody calls it a little different. Everybody sounds a little differently. And now you get in the game, and the first third down, everyone's a little hyped up and ready to go, and then they get a false start penalty.
Yeah, that's going to give them 5. Back them up 5. Movement again on the line. This time the defense jumped early. It looked.
Offside. Defense. Number 95. 5-yard penalty. Third down.
And to say Javon Carter jumped off.
Yeah, and you can't do that. I mean, of course, everybody's excited. They're ready to play. It's the first drive, but you got to be poised. And when we talked to Cedric Thornton, the defensive coordinator, he said, hey, I don't want my guys to be composed. I want them to be aggressive and go hit somebody. But you got to be smart. You got to think of also, and 3rd and 10, that's where you want them. You don't want to give them 5 yards.
So 5 yards backwards and then 5 yards forwards again.
Right back
consecutive penalties, pre-snap, and we're right back where we were, JC. 3rd and 5 on the 30-yard line as we're just getting rolling here with Christopher Zealous getting the start at quarterback. The veteran for Hampton, and he's got to keep it. Zealous has room, lowers his shoulder. He's not going to get there. He's going to get to the 32, and it's going to bring up 4th down. Nice stop by the man who jumped off sides earlier, Javon Carter.
That's the way you make up for a mistake, by coming back and making a play. But you can see how wide the splits are on the offensive line of Hampton, and that's to try to create some natural running lanes, to try to widen this defensive line out. But a great job by Carter, number 95, recognizing that, coming back and making that tackle.
It's Marquise Britton back to return this punt. And Tristan Heaton in his first action for Hampton, the transfer from Henderson State, a D2 school in Arkansas. With a high but a short kick, Britton calls for the fair catch, and he will take it at the 25-yard line. And that is where Grambling will set up shop. That's where we will see, for the first time, the new QB1 here for Grambling State. Expected to be Miles Crawley.
There he is, number 7.
Crawley, a 3-year guy from Alabama State, played 19 games, and he was thought by a lot of people, I think, JC, to be the leader in the clubhouse. Hugh Jackson really wouldn't say much. He went to the Manning Passing Academy a couple of months ago in Thibodaux, Louisiana, impressed a lot of people, and it's going to be Crawley's job here to open things up from the 25. Crawley out of the gun with a quick hitter, throwing right. Complete across the 30 to Antonio Jones with the first reception of the first play. And he's going to get out to the 33-yard line. Antonio Jones had 1 career reception before today. That came 2 years ago during the 2021 season. As we look at the impact players.
We talked about Townsend earlier. The linebacking core is the strength of this defense. And number 52, DeAndre Falk. He's a guy that's going to be in on a lot of tackles as well. And for Grambling offensively, Floyd Chalk, he's a guy that when we were on the field today, we had some people telling us that, hey, watch this young man.
So second time in the early going here, JC, that we've had to have our official Alexander Randolph ask for the game clock to be fixed or the play clock to be reset. Something to keep an eye on here. Very first college football game in this building.
Absolutely. But as I was saying, Floyd Chalk, the running back, he could have a big day today, especially taking some pressure off of the new quarterback.
Crawley to Antonio Jones again. 2 plays, 2 receptions for Antonio Jones. He's going to get to the 35-yard line, about a yard short of the first down. DeAndre Falk is there. Also Cam Sturdifin. It'll be 3rd and short, and Grambling is not going to huddle. They're going to rush to the line. First 3rd down for the Tigers. Crawley is 3 for 3 early. That's Josh Quiet. Josh Quiet, the big tight end, has a Grambling first down, and they are on the move across midfield.
And you can see they're trying to make it real easy for Crawley early. The ball's coming out quick. Everything is a quick throw, quick read, quick throw. Get the ball out of his hands, get it to a playmaker in space, and let them do what they do.
As we see Grambling head coach Hugh Jackson there at the sideline, former head coach of the Browns and the Raiders, Crawley on the run. He is dealing early. Another completion to the far sideline, and it's the 3rd today for Antonio Jones, 9 yards.
Yeah, might have an issue, though. I think Antonio Jones may have stepped out of bounds. Got to establish yourself in bounds. I don't think we're going to be able to see it here, but you see the official dropped his hat on the sideline.
Number 79, 5-yard penalty, repeat, first down.
They're going to call the offensive lineman Ashanti Cole for being downfield illegally.
Didn't matter anyway, but Antonio Jones, his right foot did go out of bounds, but if you're forced out of bounds, you can come back, reestablish yourself, and be the first one to touch the football.
Regardless, Crawley is yet to throw, and incompletion.
11:32. Thank you.
But we do have our 3rd correction of the game clock. We'll go to 11:32. As many completions for Grambling as we have, JC, early on. Corrections of the game clock.
Hey, that fast tempo is supposed to be messing up Hampton's defense and messing up the clock operator, I think.
Keep an eye on J.R. Waters, bottom of the screen, wearing number 1 there for Grambling. He can fly. Chance Williams can also run as he gets a carry there. The sophomore out of Baton Rouge.
Defensively up front for Hampton, they're big up front. They're going to rotate a lot of guys. 7 new starters on this defense. They lost a lot of experience, but they feel like they brought in a lot of quality players, especially up front.
2nd and 11 after the 4-yard run for Williams. Crawley, again, completion. This time it's the veteran Lyndon Rash. 69 career receptions coming in. He's going to get it to the 40-yard line to set up 3rd and 5.
And, you know, when we talked to Coach Prunty, said defensively, we asked him, how are you going to come out early in this game? He said, we're just going to come out. We're going to see how Grambling is going to attack us and then counter. We're going to make adjustments from there, kind of like a boxing match. The first couple rounds, we're going to see what they're throwing and then try to counter.
DeAndre Falk there with the tackle. Do we have yet another clock issue? Let's see.
Game clock operator. Please set the game clock to 11:11, and the game clock will be kept on the field.
I think
the game clock will be kept on the field.
Thank you.
That is Alexander Randolph's way of saying, if you can't do this, I will have to do this for you.
Gave you a number of chances already.
4 times now.
Yeah, you can go get a drink, clock operator, or a hot dog, or just wait for the bands.
Again, as many completions as we have stoppages to recorrect the game clock. 4 for 4 for Miles Crawley. Let's see what he can do now on 3rd and 4. Mason Dickerson, big wide receiver, bottom of the screen wearing number 11. They will run it. And it's the veteran Keelan Elder who's going to lower his shoulder. They need 4, and Elder, a 6th-year senior, only 5 carries a year ago, gets some early work and gets a Grambling first down.
Yeah, good, tough run, physical run on that counter. Right now, Hampton think they've seen enough. I mean, at some point, you got to fire back, right? You can only take so much, but although in that boxing scenario he gave us, you want to be...
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, offense, number 1. That's each player's first unsportsmanlike conduct foul of the game. Result of the play is a first down.
So Stanley Garner and J.R. Waters called for those unsportsmanlike penalties after the play.
I didn't even see the flags down out there.
I did not either. It is an officiating clock adventure early. This one's been fun. You're watching the Brick City Classic here. Week number 1 of college football. J.C. Pearson, Marley Weirded down to the sideline of Andrew Siciliano. Opening drive here for Clemson. They have driven into Hampton territory to the 34-yard line.
Or Grambling.
What did I say?
I think you said Clemson.
Oh, wow. Okay, Grambling. I beg your pardon. Wow, I'm sorry about that. There you go. Crawley is now 5 for 5. Crawley with another completion to the sideline. And again, this time it's C.J. Guidry, the 6'1 speedster, the transfer out of Houston.
Yeah, and that time Hampton tries to play man coverage downfield. They have a safety on Guidry, Sturdivant, and just not even close. I mean, Guidry just separated from him, got a first down.
Guidry now at the bottom of the screen. Floyd Chalk with a nice run on first down as to keep the tempo going, and Chalk's going to take it to the 16-yard line. Chalk's not the biggest guy, 5'9", 185. He's out of the L.A. area, but boy, JC, he is elusive.
He really is explosive. A guy that has a lot of power. Not the biggest guy, but he's a guy that can run between the tackles and get those tough yards. Also, Andrew, I mean, as good as Crawley's looking, what was the competition? How can you get better than what he's done so far?
Yeah, again, I talked to some people that saw him at the Manning Passing Academy, said it would be a massive upset if he was not named the starter. As here he gives it to Chalk, who dances in the backfield and makes something out of nothing. Man, he can move.
He can, and both teams talked about, and he's feeling it right there. He's dancing. The band's not even playing yet. No music. He's got his own beat going. But this is where the bigger, stronger, tougher really shows up in the red zone. Offensively, you want to be able to push and score. Defensively, you want to be able to stop them.
It's a 3rd and 3. Chalk around right end, cutting back. He's got a first down. Floyd Chalk with another nice move inside the 10, and Grambling keeps the drive alive.
And really, just the little things, Andrew. You see that? Watch him put his right foot in the ground and turn upfield. A lot of young guys would just try to keep running to the sideline and wouldn't get that first down. He planted that right foot, got upfield, and got enough.
And got by Trey Everett there to pick up the first down. Not nearly as much room this time on first down. Back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, here, Hampton here gets up the field, able to make a stop, and that's what they've got to do. They've got to be a little more aggressive now. I know they came out and they wanted to see what Grambling was going to do and how they were going to attack before they started attacking, but here in the red zone, not a lot of room to go, so here you can be a little more aggressive and try to get upfield.
On second and goal, after Cam Sturtevant had that tackle on the last chalk run, a timeout taken by Grambling. So we're going to take a break as well. Opening drive for Grambling there in the red zone. They are driving when we return.
You say it when getting older starts getting old. At Prudential, we think you should ask it when your birthday opens up a new chapter. Like when you realize you've got the rest of your life to look forward to. Ask, now what? Here's what. You tap into the insurance, investment, and retirement expertise of Prudential and get everything you need to help ensure the best is yet to come. Who's your rock? Speak to an advisor or visit Prudential.com.
Are you still using your hands when you put on your shoes? Step into the future like I did with new hands-free Skechers slip-ins. The secret is slip-ins have an invisible built-in shoehorn so your foot slides into place without bending down or touching my shoes. Try Skechers slip-ins.
For over 25 years, Lovesac has been rewriting the rules of comfort. It's okay to change your style. It's okay to change your mind. And to change things up. Get messy. Get immersed. With Lovesac, you make the rules.
There are more identity threats than you realize. LifeLock alerts you and works to fix problems with a dedicated restoration specialist. Go to LifeLock.com.
Shop Etsy's Labor Day sale for up to 50% off on home decor and furniture, like rugs and bedding, style, like jackets and hoodies, and gifts they'll love. Get great deals on home, style, and gifts on Etsy.com. Sale ends September 4th. Etsy has it.
Let's go! YouTube TV is the new home of NFL Sunday Ticket. Being a fan has never been easier. Watch every game, every Sunday, exclusively with NFL Sunday Ticket on YouTube TV. Sign up for NFL Sunday Ticket now and get $50 off.
The Brick City HBCU Classic on NFL Network is presented by Prudential. Millions of people tap into the insurance, investment, and retirement expertise of Prudential. Who's your rock? Clemson really couldn't throw the ball last year for Hugh Jackson, which was disappointing. They had the lowest completion percentage, I beg your pardon, Grambling in the SWAC. Where am I getting Clemson from? Miles Crawley, however, has yet to throw an incompletion, JC, and he has them down the field inside the 10. If I say Clemson again, you have permission to punch me. Elder in the backfield. Crawley fakes it, throws the fade to the corner, far sideline. A lot of contact, and no flag.
No flag.
He wanted Lyndon Rash. Garner on the coverage.
And Garner saying, no, but you can see right here, Garner does a good job right here, but the ball's in the air right there. And the definition of pass interference is you're impeding the wide receiver from going to get the ball. And hey, it's early. It's game one.
If a defensive back takes that opinion as a former defensive back for a decade into the NFL,
then something must have happened, right?
Then I will take your advice
But good job, though, Gardner.
Hey, also got to throw a catchable ball there. And Gardner had position, and Rash could not get through him. Just joining us here, it looks like we're under the timeout, as time has been an issue 4 times now. We've had to correct the game clock in the stadium, and now we have Grambling calling a timeout for the second time in 3 plays.
Heading on a family trip?
Nah, sorry, son. Prices are crazy.
Use Priceline. They have package deals no one else has.
We can do it. Go to your happy price, Priceline.
If you watch football on TV, you need Fubo TV. Get NFL coverage, plus NFL Red Zone on the only live TV streaming service rated #1 in customer satisfaction by J.D. Power. Try free at FuboTV.com.
Old Trapper Beefs. One-upping.
I love Old Trapper. I love how tender it is. Don't forget the wood smoke flavor. Savory beef. Quality ingredients. I'm their biggest fan.
Old Trapper. What's your beef?
Introducing Purple's new mattresses. Our unique Gel Flex grid draws away heat and cools up to 4 times better than other leading mattresses, so you fall asleep 20% faster. It relieves pressure for fewer aches and pains and instantly adapts as you move without ever disturbing your partner. Deep sleep, guaranteed. Sleep better, live Purple. Right now, save up to $900 off mattress sets during Purple's Labor Day sale. Visit purple.com or a store near you.
It's how you fire up the team. Kingsford. It's how you do it. What is Grambling? Grambling is growing. It's a community. Grambling is an education. An experience. Grambling is legacy, tradition, and future. What is Grambling? Grambling is all of this and more. Grambling is the place where everybody is somebody.
HBCU football continues tomorrow on NFL Network.
And he's got a touchdown!
As Morehouse College battles Virginia Union in the Black College Football Hall of Fame Classic. Tomorrow at 4 on NFL Network.
I love that. Great scene here at Red Bull Arena. We are in Harrison, New Jersey today. It's Hampton. It is Grambling here. No score first quarter opening drive for Grambling State for the Tigers as they have it a 3rd and goal inside the 10. They're on the 8-yard line. J.C. Pierce, Marley Weirda down to the sideline. I'm Andrew Siciliano. Miles Crawley getting the start for Hugh Jackson today at quarterback, the Alabama State transfer. He has the veteran Keelan Elder, the 6th-year senior, to his right. Crawley fires short, quiet, lowers his shoulder, dives to the pylon. Is he in? It's a touchdown. Joshua, quiet. Get some noise from these fans here in Jersey. And Hugh's going to go for 2.
Right off the bat. Another quick throw by Crawley out to quiet. Let's see if he maintains control of the ball. The ball came out after he reached out, but did he get over the goal line? Yes. That's a touchdown.
That's a touchdown, and it's a good thing he held possession across that goal line, because if not, he would have fumbled it through the end zone, and that would have been a touchback.
Hey, how about that drive by Grambling and Miles Crawley? First drive of the year, takes him all the way down the field, and it's a touchdown. Looks very good. I really don't know what the controversy was in quarterbacks. I don't know how you get much better.
So Hampton's now going to call a timeout. We have Grambling burning 2 timeouts on that drive. And now Hampton, as Hugh Jackson keeps the offense on the field to go for 2, will call a timeout.
And I think Hampton wants the touchdown to be reviewed to see if he actually maintained control.
Hampton is officially, even though this is a neutral site game, is officially here designated as the home team. We have the CAA head of officiating, Chris Smith, in the building today. It looked clearly to us, JC, as if Quiet maintained possession at the goal line.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question that that was a touchdown. But how about Hugh now going for 2, though?
Hugh does have kicker Luca Duarte here. And he replaces Garrett Urban, who was the kicker a year ago, deciding not to bring the kicker out. Why not? If your quarterback has yet to throw an incompletion, that's your offense on the field.
Right?
And again, Elder in the backfield as Grambling's going to go for 2. 6-0, trying to make it 8-0.
A lot of room out there to the right.
Crawley's got a gun over the middle, back of the end zone, flag out. Ball is caught. And that's good. But again, the flag is out. Lyndon Rash came down with that ball.
He's also the player that's successful shot. In the pass interference. Defense. Appears to climb.
So defensive pass interference, they pick up the flag. And how about that to start the season for Grambling, 8-0.
And Miles Crawley, how about that? Still hasn't thrown an incompletion. Here's the touchdown to Quiet, and you can see him reach it over the end zone, over the line for a touchdown.
Massage de burger dans le boil. Basing every 20 minutes to keep it from drying out. And voila.
This is gonna taste all right.
Catch it all on NFL Plus. Stream live local and primetime games on mobile. Watch live highlights every Sunday afternoon during the regular season. Start streaming NFL Plus today. Plans start at $6.99.
Here's
Creamy milk chocolate, crunchy whole hazelnuts. Classic recipe by Lindt.
Maybe you just need a Snickers ice cream.
Packed frozen. Thawed by lunch. Go-Gurt. Real good, real easy, real smooth.
Here's some straight talk for you. Use your loved ones to save money on wireless. You could add your favorite son. You could add your ex. Add grandma, but don't tell her about the unlimited talk part.
More lines mean more savings with Straight Talk. Get unlimited data, talk, and text for $25 a line.
And now, an announcement from America's #1 most watched morning show.
We've got a million good reasons for you to watch GMA this September.
Someone somewhere in America is about to get $1 million live on GMA. Could it be you? Watch GMA this September.
Ah, you see how I did that? A million good reasons.
Plus, the new cast of Dancing with the Stars will be revealed live, and the Sharks are back, giving you the real advice to grow your money. This September, put some good in your mornings with
Good Morning America.
Watching the Brick City HBCU Kickoff Classic. When we left Red Bull Arena, it was 8-0, JC. Now it is 6-0, as upon further review, Lyndon Rash was out of bounds. And so now they're going to take the DPI, the defensive pass interference, and replay the 2-point try.
Watch Rash's elbow. It's going to come down out of bounds. That's
tough
pretty close.
That angle.
Tough to see from that angle. But they ruled him out of bounds. Watch his elbow. The elbow came down first, out of bounds. Gonna watch it again.
Question is elbow or knee, which hits first? And the ruling was it was the elbow first.
Right.
So out of bounds, but they get the benefit rather the DPI. They're going to do it again.
And half the distance to the goal line, and now they get to run it again.
It was a 12-play, 75-yard touchdown drive, took 3:21 off the clock, which currently you cannot see because the clock is being kept now. The time is being kept on the field. They're going to come out in a pistol with an eye. Oh, dropped in the backfield. They gave it to number 24. The running back, number 24, Dedrick Talbert. His first time on the field.
And watch DeAndre Falk. We talked about him as being an impact player on defense. Look at him just come right off the edge, unblocked, and makes that tackle.
DeAndre Falk, who had 76 tackles a year ago. They have 3 veteran linebackers. It's not just Pouncil, it's Falk and Mason King as well, 52 and 54. And Dedrick Talbert was the guy that they gave the ball to. Checks in, Talbert does, at 5'11", 220. Went with a big back and it didn't work.
Yeah, and that's big. So now, instead of being down 8-0, now it's only 6-0 after that big play by Falk.
So a 12-play, 75-yard drive. Grambling marches down the field. Miles Crawley completes 6 passes for 65 yards. Throws that touchdown to Josh Quiet. However, the 2-point try gets wiped off the board, and Grambling's lead is only 6-0. The returner again, Dorian Moultrie. He's taken both kickoffs here for Hampton, and he's going to bring the ball out near the 25-yard line for Hampton's second drive here of this HBCU Brick City Classic in the first quarter.
Steve Moultrie almost spins out of there, but great job by that Grambling kickoff unit. Everybody staying disciplined, staying in their lanes. Nowhere for Moultrie to run after making a couple guys miss.
We got a new quarterback. Is that Malcolm Mays, number 7 out there, or is that Christopher Zealous? Can't see if it's a 1 or a 7. It is Christopher Zealous, number 1, who gets a second possession. Elijah Burris hitting the backfield. Burris has some speed. He breaks out of it. Burris down the sideline, and he's going to get a first down and a gain of 13. And then some John on the sideline with the Grambling bench.
They told us Burris is more of the power back, but he's got some speed too. There's the power right there to break a tackle, and then here comes the speed to get down the sideline. Big play by Elijah Burris.
Got away from Patrick Marshall. And now it's a keeper for Christopher Zealous, who did run a lot last year. Zealous had a shoulder injury late in the year against Elon, but in that game he had 94 yards on the ground. He's going to pick up around 7 there to the 45. Zach Patterson, the offensive coordinator for Hampton. For Zealous, gets the first call and crack at quarterback here today, as first time we're going to call Sonny Anderson's name. Number 9 throwing the quarterback down after a short game.
Well, it won't be the last time, that's for sure. Had a good chat with him down on the field pre-game, and the guys told us that he runs a 4.5 40. You said he runs 4.6. So.
Kenyatta Anderson on the Buck Buchanan watch list, on the Reese's Senior Bowl watch list. Lewis Matthews, the other key piece on that defense, the middle linebacker, saying incomplete. The officials disagree. It is a completion here from Zealous to Paul Woods, the graduate student and a transfer from Rhode Island, wearing number 0, gets it across midfield. First down. As they up Darren Butts, Burris and Butts, the 2 main running backs here today for Robert Prunty and Hampton.
The way it looks, they're going to get a lot of carries today, and they expect them guys to have big years, but they're going to need some wide receivers to step up and catch some balls for Zealous. They really don't have a lot of experience out there. They lost a lot. Their number 1 receiver last year, Jadakiss Bonds.
Jadakiss Bonds, who went to camp with the Green Bay Packers. He was nearly 25% of Hampton's scoring last year. He was a one-man machine with 10 touchdowns. Everyone at Hampton said it's going to be hard to replace him. It's impossible to replace him, but they have 4 or 5 guys who think they can fill that role. Zealous with the pocket breaking down is going to run. Anderson Anderson almost took his head off. Zealous making plays with his legs out to the 40.
That's what he's going to have to do. They're going to have to obviously know where Anderson is at all times, and he's going to line up on the right side some, the left side some. They're going to have to know where he is and get him blocked.
Third carry on this drive for Zealous up the middle. That's Darren Butts to the house.
Darren Butts. Coach raved about him on our conference call. He was their leading rusher last year. You can see why. They said he's not real big, but he's real fast. You see those wide splits, creates those holes. And for a guy like Darren Butts to just explode through there, he's quick, he's fast, he's explosive. They told us that he's a threat on every play to take it to the house. That time he took it right down the middle. You can strike up the band.
Yes, you can. Javon Singletary dove, couldn't get him, and Butts took it to the house. Now the Tristan Heaton extra point is up and good. And Hampton takes the lead after Darren Butts up the middle with a run to the end zone. Some energy here at Red Bull Stadium on the long touchdown run as Hampton takes the first quarter lead, 46 yards.
We all have something we love. A passion. Could be our job. Travel. Sports. It could be anything. But here's the thing. If you follow it, wherever it takes you, you'll always find what you're looking for.
So this is your plan? Watching with this crew from work.
Will help Josh Allen. I have to watch their NFL Sunday ticket.
That's not a great plan. But this is my plan from Verizon. Switch now and get NFL Sunday ticket from YouTube TV on them.
I'm really into this plan.
And they're really into whatever this is. I wouldn't.
I won't.
Football season is here. Get NFL Sunday ticket from YouTube TV on us. A $449 value. Plus, get a free Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 5. Only on Verizon.
Location near you with new Domino's Pinpoint Delivery. Just choose Pinpoint Delivery on the Domino's app, drop a pin on the map, and get pizza delivered just about anywhere.
Here you are.
Thank you. It's Domino's Pinpoint Delivery.
USAA.
Huh?
You were in the military? No, my grandpa was. He passed membership to my mom, then me.
Huh.
Yeah, if your spouse, parent, or grandparent served, they could pass it to you.
I'll check it out.
USAA, for the military community and their families.
Attention, all students. Today, I'm calling on the trendsetters and the underdogs. The ones that were told they were too much, too small, too loud, or not loud enough. In this game, there's a position for everybody. We run and we throw.
We jump and we fly.
This game right here is our game. 1, 2, 3.
We mentioned how this is such a great showcase for HBCU players today. Such a proud legacy. The late, great Steve McNair, Larry Little, Art Shell. How great is it that Ken Riley, unfortunately posthumously, but Ken Riley finally had his day in Canton last month. And then, obviously, JC, you cannot talk about HBCU greatness without the wonderful Walter Payton. And that guy is walking in his footsteps. Darren Butts with a 40-yard run for a touchdown. Came in, getting close, needed 80-something yards to get to 1,000 in his career. Got half of that number right there as we have Hampton with the lead now, 7-6 over Grambling State with 4:41 remaining here in the first quarter. as Floyd Chalk's going to pick that one up. We have some clock issues here. If you're wondering, why is it not on the screen? Well, I can tell you it's not even in the stadium right now. The officials in the first quarter here at Red Bull Arena are keeping the clock on the field. Short kickoff there, and Grambling is going to come out for its second offensive possession. First one was a thing of beauty for the quarterback, the transfer from Alabama State, Miles Crawley, 6 of 7 early for 65 yards.
Yeah, good job by Crawley. As long as they keep giving him those quick, easy throws, he's going to keep taking them. Take what the defense gives you, then supplement that with a couple runs.
Another short drop out of the gun. Crawley has another completion to the man with a touchdown earlier. That is the tight end, Joshua Wyatt. He's across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The former walk-on, only one reception in 3 years before today, already has caught 2.
A lot of guys are going to get opportunities today that haven't played a whole lot in the past. Now it's their turn to step up and see what they can do.
That's Nashawn Dickerson in motion as Crawley will hand it off. Grambling really does, as does Hampton for that matter, like its backfield. Floyd Chalk, the man who carried the ball there for a couple of yards over the left side, was the MVP of the Bayou Classic a year ago in a losing effort. Shows you how good his performance was that day in New Orleans. 8 carries for 120 yards.
They expect big things out of him, and when we talked to Coach Jackson, he had a lot of great things to say about Floyd Chalk. He told us he was a young man to watch today.
As he's in backfield this time for a loss. That was on a first down carry. Chalk had picked up the first down of the previous drive. We saw Tony Hull there, the offensive coordinator for Hugh Jackson. He is the one calling plays. You would think Hugh Jackson, longtime NFL OC and head coach, somewhat of a quarterback guru, would be calling the plays, JC. He handed that off this year to Tony Hull, who has been at Louisiana Monroe before that, at Kansas and at Hawaii. Hugh's kind of, giving up the reins here as Crawley gets drilled in the backfield and throws the incompletion out the sideline. Stafford Everett, the DB, was the one who hit him.
Bring a little pressure on him. They tried to go deep. Little miscommunication, quarterback and wide receiver. One thought was going to throw the go route. The other ran the comeback. That's part of what you have with a new quarterback, new players, new wide receivers. That timing and seeing the same thing after the snap. Not the play call. It's the adjustment after the snap. The blitz adjustments.
All right, third down here. The quick hitter to Dickerson, who cannot hang on. Bobble the football. Tried to take it inside or out and turn it upfield. And it's fourth down.
Just a case right there. The guy wanting to run before the ball got to him and took his eyes off of it. That's an easy catch. Got to make that catch, but that's some of the inexperience that you see early on with some of these guys that haven't played a lot.
Jimmy Isles is now on to punt. He was preseason watch list here. First team for the HBCU schools. Jimmy Isles, an Australian punter, as so many of them are last year.
Yeah, I talked to Chris Scott, their special teams coach, had a lot of good things to say about his punter and his special teams play.
He's a lefty, averaged 40 yards a kick last year. Boots this way, fielded at the 25, 30, up the right sideline, and tripped up around the 35. That's Ramon Copeland on the return.
You got depth, but you got to get some height, some hang time on those punts to allow your guys to get down there in position to make a tackle. When you kick those line drives and it gets to the return man that quickly, he can get the ball and get running upfield before your guys have a chance to get down there.
All right, Copeland, not the biggest guy, 5'9", 165, able to make the first man miss. Javon Robinson, 5'6", freshman wide receiver down there as the gunner. Christopher Zealous now. Another drive here for Hampton. Up 7-6 after the 40-yard touchdown by Butts. This is Burris. Burris and Butts. A pretty good backfield here for Hampton. Burris, though, doesn't get much back to the line of scrimmage.
And good patience by Hampton. Last year they threw the ball vertically a whole lot, but obviously when you have guy like Jadakiss Bonds, you can do that. Haven't seen that yet today. Been very patient and methodical offensively.
Play fake here. And here's your deep shot. Incomplete.
Wide open there.
Over the head of Dorian Moultrie, who's had a couple of return opportunities and had a shot there on the left side.
Finally took a shot down the field and was wide open on that corner route. That's a ball that has to be caught. And when we talked about these quarterbacks and what they needed to do, obviously they turned the ball over too much last year as a group, but you got to complete a higher percentage, and that was one that they talked about. Put a little more air under that. Give your receiver a chance to run under that.
So it's 3rd and 9. Need to get to the 48-yard line. Moultrie, the intended receiver, on 2nd down. We are around 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Apologies to everyone watching at home, needing to know where, obviously, we are in this game. We are in the first quarter. Hampton has the lead with a 3rd down here. As the time is being kept on the field, Sellis under pressure. Sellis goes down near the 30. Matthews is there. Carter is there. A swarm in the backfield.
And that's what happens. 3rd and long. Those are the situations that they don't want their quarterbacks to be in because you got to hold on to the ball. Now look at the pressure that comes right up the middle. Could have been a hold right there also, but Carter inside.
And Devontae Webster, the linebacker, with that pressure, number 19.
Number 19, right up the middle in the face of the quarterback. And so much attention has to be put on Anderson, number 9, that other guys are single blocked inside and can get up the field.
Tristan Heaton will boot it away. It's a high one. Hanging there. Contact at the 28 and a flag. Don't worry about running this one in. That is not going to count. Sorry, Darren Burton. That's a penalty.
Just a little too early and too high. Watch him right here. You know you can't go above the shoulders right there. And like you said, no use wasting that energy right there. You might as well save it and bring the ball back.
Marquise Britton was drilled. So 15 extra yards there as we had a couple of penalties on that opening possession. Both sides maybe working through those week 1 jitters, not necessarily getting lined up. Been a relatively clean game. Had the DPI, however, on the 2-point conversion, which wiped the Grambling points off the board. As our referee, Alexander Randolph, is trying to tell the clock operator how much time is remaining. As we see DeAndre Falk, one of those veteran linebackers there on the sideline. 1:25 remaining. Here in the first quarter, Hampton has the lead, 7-6 over Grambling. Miles Crawley, 2 backs, throws to the outside, throws complete, and into Hampton territory. And look at the speed. Wow. That's Javon Robinson into the end zone. 5'6", 180 with speed to burn.
Speed to burn. That's right. Everybody's walking back though. They're flagged down at the 50. And see a little block in the back right there by C.J. Guidry.
Guidry can also run. The 2 speedsters team up there, but they're going to get Guidry on the penalty, and that's going to bring it back.
Got a feeling we're going to see that play again a number of times later on in this game, but when you've got a guy that can run like that, you got to try to get him the ball a lot more, especially in space out there where he can run away from guys.
Robinson was the gunner on the last Grambling punt. He was a guy that was down there first, and you could see the speed on special teams, and then you can see the speed as well when you give that guy the football offensively. 8 and 9 really are the 2 burners here for Grambling. as they're now going to back up, and it's going to be 1st and 15 from inside their 40. Crawley rolls to his right and fires complete. Rash has it. That's a first down in the Hampton territory. I told you Hugh Jackson's not calling the plays. Tony Hull is the new man calling the plays. For more on him, down to the sideline. Hi, Marley.
Playbooks are so complex these days, you basically need a rocket scientist to figure them out. Luckily, Hugh Jackson has one on his staff, kind of. We spoke to Tony Hull before the game. He thinks the term rocket scientist is a little bit of a cliche, but he was an industrial engineer for NASA and says one of the biggest lessons that he learned while he was there is how to operate in a chaotic environment, which certainly comes in handy for a coach in football.
Marley, it's a cool story here. I mean, he's worked under some really interesting coaches here. He's an interesting man in and of his own self there. And the idea that Hugh Jackson has handed him the keys, I think, says a lot.
Absolutely. NASA working on a Martian football team or something.
Well, hey, one of these days we'll have a team on the moon.
Yeah.
We'll get a team in England one day in the NFL and a team on the moon as well. Chance Williams, Chance the runner, if you will, on 2nd down. They need 6. He gets around 4 to the far side, a 36-yard line to set up 3rd and short. So we talked a lot about Floyd Chalk. Chance Williams is the other running back that they love for Grambling. He will set up 3rd and short when we come back for the 2nd quarter. Hampton has the lead over Hugh Jackson's Grambling team, 7-6.
Hey, can we talk? So I know that you love football, but maybe too much?
Not saying it.
Not seeing it? Oh. Defense?
Wins championships.
Okay. Let's go big.
Up your game with top brand TVs from Best Buy.
Even if you're careful, there are more ways than ever for identity thieves to steal your information. LifeLock alerts you to threats you could miss. If your identity is stolen, a dedicated restoration specialist will help fix it. Backed by our $1 million protection package. LifeLock. Identity theft protection starts here.
Your milkshakes cost way less than before. Join Uber One and save way more.
Okay, that's a cut.
Your cornflakes cost way less than before. This membership.
Cut.
Your grilled steaks cost way less than before. Wait, all of that rhymes with milkshake?
More or less.
That sizzle, that's the soundtrack of Chipotle.
The soundtrack of Chipotle?
Oh, yeah. You come in, you're going to be hearing that sizzle. That's how you know that we always have fresh food.
Fresh is what you stand for.
Exactly.
It's the final game, folks. This one wins the series.
Struck out with the cheap seats? Important things aren't worth compromising. At Farmers, we offer both quality insurance and great savings. Here, take mine.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Lowe's knows that fall's shorter days call for bigger deals. Get the most out of your projects by getting the most out of our fall savings now. Shop Labor Day deals under $90 now, in-store or online.
Old Trapper Beefs. Camping catastrophes. Old Trapper. What's your beef?
Surrounded on 3 sides by water, Hampton University is one of the most beautiful university settings you'll find anywhere. Faculty, staff, and students are making a difference in the global community through service and science. We challenge our students to excel at the highest level. We are the standard of excellence. But most importantly, Hampton University is delivering the #1 student experience in America.
Okay, 1 quarter football in the books here at Red Bull Arena in Harrison, New Jersey. You're right across the river from New York. It's Hampton with the 7-6 lead over Grambling. And Grambling here facing a 3rd and short in Hampton territory to open up the 2nd quarter. You're watching college football here. Opening up A new season on NFL Network, an HBCU rivalry renewed. J.C. Pearson, Andrew Siciliano, Marley Weirda down on the field. Miles Crowley, the transfer from Alabama State, getting the call today at quarterback for Hugh Jackson. And he's going to hand it off. Chalk Williams, big part, get around right end, lowering the shoulder across the 30. And Chance Williams keeps this drive alive for Grambling.
And a great block out there on the edge by Josh Quiet. We saw him catch the touchdown pass earlier. And when we talked to Tony Hull, he said he was really impressed by their tight end group, their running back group. Not only how well they block, but how well they catch. And Josh Quiet right now doing a great job on the edges, catching the ball and blocking.
And that's Quiet going in motion after consecutive carries by Williams, who's in the backfield, picks up the blitz. Crawley steps up, drilled, hit low, hit high, and fires incomplete. It was Harrell and Townsell, low and high.
And he was looking for Josh Quiet, but Josh Quiet got caught up at the line of scrimmage, and that allowed Townsell, see him just kind of measuring him up right here, watch number 4, and then just comes and cleans him up. But he was waiting for Josh Quiet, but who got jammed at the line of scrimmage.
Zamarian Harrell, the transfer from Coastal Carolina, and then Quasin Townsell, number 4, that tackling machine, the middle linebacker. Both hit Crawley as we are now clock on the screen. About a minute in to the second quarter. That's Rash on the far sideline. Rash out of a tackle and down the far side near the 20, close to another first down, but pushed out of bounds.
Yeah, and see, all that is right there is just a quick, easy throw by Crawley. Get the ball outside, and now just try to get up the field. Get your guy in space. Broke a tackle and got down the field, and now it's 3rd and short. That's a manageable situation for a guy like Crawley.
And Hampton is going to call its second timeout. With 13:57 remaining in the second quarter. Let's go down to the sideline now. That's Dr. Travian Scott, the AD at Grambling State, with Marley.
We're here with Grambling Athletic Director Dr. Travian Scott. How are you? Welcome to New Jersey.
Hey, I'm doing well. Look, the G-Men are competing. Looks like we're trying to score here, so just really excited about, bringing the G-Man back to the tri-state area. We've done this years and years and years ago, and it had become a bit of a tradition, and so, we really wanted to reintroduce our core fan base to New York City, and New York City and the tri-state area back to our core fan base.
And what does it mean for your guys to compete in a game like this and to put HBCUs in the spotlight on a national stage?
You know what? It means a lot. It means more for them to have a holistic experience. Believe it or not, some of these guys may not make it to New York City. It took me 40 years to get here. And so, from the standpoint of competition and people knowing who we are, I think, we've done a great job of being able to assert ourselves in that manner. But I think more so than anything, to give our student athletes an opportunity to get out and experience what the world has to offer. So it's been a great week for us. We've come out, we've competed well. Hopefully we could seal the deal with getting a win this evening.
And quickly, Hugh Jackson has, of course, a lot of credentials. What do you like about him and what he's been able to do with the program?
You know what? I like that he's a player's coach. And, I tell the story often is that, when I interviewed Hugh Jackson, the last thing we talked about was football. We knew, that he was a pretty good football coach. What I wanted a leader of men, but I wanted to also have somebody to be able to, to lay out what was in front of them. And obviously, with his NFL pedigree, that's an option. But we were more interested in not just having that as an option, but being able to mold these young men to become the next husbands and fathers and future Tigers.
Travian, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much. My 8-year-old is home watching. Hey, Traylon, Daddy loves you.
Andrew.
There you go. Great job. And absolutely right about Hugh Jackson. He's a guy that not only can teach those young men how to be great football players and aspire and help them get to the NFL, but also how to be young men, great young men off the field. And we talked to Hugh Jackson. We said, hey, what's the biggest difference that you're learning in being a college head coach versus a head coach in the National Football League? And he talked about developing those young men, but also it's not all about football anymore like it is in the National Football League. You see him there, he has to teach these guys how to lift weights, how to stay eligible, how to be good bigger, stronger, faster. One thing he said he had to do was teach them about nutrition. Not only lifting weights, but how to eat properly to keep that weight on that they're working so hard to gain. So Hugh Jackson can teach these young men a lot. And obviously all these young men and on both sides aspire to be in the NFL. And Hugh Jackson is giving coaches opportunities like we talked about with Tony Hall, giving him his opportunity, first time ever, to call plays as an offensive coordinator. There aren't a lot of guys out there that are that secure in themselves to give someone else the opportunity to be in the spotlight, but that's what Hugh Jackson does.
And I think it's cool as well how Mike Zimmer and Marvin Lewis came in. Obviously, they helped with the spring game. And if you look at the social media accounts of these Grambling players, by the way, I had a Hampton injury down there during that interview, so a little stoppage in play here for that. Hampton player, Stafford Everett, is back on the sideline. But if you look at the social media accounts of these Grambling players, they were so excited.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So excited to have Marvin Lewis there coaching them up. And that's part of the experience that they can now have at Grambling.
Absolutely. They watched the NFL Network when we were down pregame. They knew exactly who you were. I know who you are. I watch you every day, and that's what they aspire to be.
On second down, Chalk with not a lot of running room, and Kane tackled in front of the Grambling sideline to bring up third and long.
You can see Hampton defensively, they're giving up yards down the field, but once they get to that red zone, the 20 and in, they really become a little more aggressive and up the field. You can see all the blue jerseys now doing a great job getting after the running back. That's Zamarian Harold, number 27, makes that tackle there. And now they're being a little more aggressive and not looking to counter so much, but be the one attacking here.
Let's see what they dial up here, what Tony Hull dials up from the far side hash, third and long. He goes heavy. Cavadius Knighton, number 31, the tight end in the backfield. To the left, give it to Williams, or Chalk, I beg your pardon. Run it up the middle. And on third and long, they will keep it on the ground and stay conservative and get to the 15 and bring out the field goal unit.
Kind of surprised that they're kicking the field goal here when they didn't kick the extra point after the touchdown. Thought there might have been an issue with their kicking unit, but obviously feels good about it in this situation.
This will be from the 15-yard line, a 33-yard attempt for a kicker who is not on the roster. And it is up, and it is good, and it is given Grambling the lead, 9-7.
Maybe that's why. Maybe they had to get his uniform on or something.
38 is good from 33.
There you go. 4-3.
76% of 23andMe Health customers surveyed reported taking healthier actions because they know health isn't just a future state. Health happens now. Start your DNA-powered health journey today with personalized insights from 23andMe.
Introducing Purple's new mattresses. Our unique Gel Flex grid draws away heat and cools up to 4 times better than other leading mattresses, so you fall asleep 20% faster. It relieves pressure for fewer aches and pains and instantly adapts as you move without ever disturbing your partner. Deep sleep. Guaranteed. Sleep better, live Purple. Right now, save up to $900 off mattress sets during Purple's Labor Day sale. Visit purple.com or a mattress firm near you.
Eat pretzels. Eat more pretzels. Watch movies. Watch more movies. Get airline miles. Get One Key Cash. Book in-app to earn 1 Key Cash on top of your airline miles.
Shop Etsy's Labor Day sale for up to 50% off on home decor and furniture, like rugs and bedding, style, like jackets and hoodies, and gifts they'll love. Get great deals on home, style, and gifts on Etsy.com. Sale ends September 4th. Etsy has it.
Your best defense against erosion and cavities is strong enamel. Nothing beats it. New Pro Enamel Active Shield actively shields the enamel to defend against erosion and cavities. I think that this product is a game changer for my patients. It really works.
I got into debt in college, and no matter how much I paid, it followed me everywhere. So
So I consolidated it into a low-rate personal loan from SoFi.
Get a personal loan with low fixed rates. Borrow up to $100K and no fees required. SoFi, get your money right.
That's why I love bourbon barbecue wings.
Wow. That was something.
You didn't like it.
No.
I mean, I used to sing on cruises.
What made you stop?
The cruises. Bourbon barbecue wings.
HBCU football continues tomorrow on NFL Network.
And he's got a touchdown.
As Morehouse College battles Virginia Union in the Black College Football Hall of Fame Classic. Tomorrow at 4 on NFL Network.
All right, we're back here at Red Bull Arena. It's a soccer stadium. And it's got a good game, a good college football game with Grambling State the lead over Hampton 9-7. Coming up at the half, we have the Grambling State Tiger Marching Band. We have the Hampton University Marching Force. We have the bands here in Harrison, New Jersey. Always part of the HBCU pageantry that we are all excited to see. Marley Weir's down at the sideline. J.C. Pearson. My name is Andrew Siciliano. We were joking earlier, working through a lot of the kinks here in the early going. Tanner Rinker is kicking off here for Grambling. He was the one, wasn't on the roster, who hit that Grambling field goal from 33 yards, JC, to give Grambling the lead before. He did not have a jersey number listed. We had a different kicker for Grambling, but the freshman, that is Tanner Rinker, hits the field goal to cap off an 11-play, 40-yard drive. Hey, it's week one for everybody.
For everybody, right?
Yes, sir.
Tanner Rinker, sure he'll have a jersey from now on, a number. Maybe they had to take it off of somebody else and give it to him to jump in there and kick that field goal.
All right, another drive here for Hampton. Chris Ellis out at quarterback. He got the start. He alternated with Malcolm Mays last year, and he wins this job early on. And he's going to throw it to Butts, who spins out of a tackle. Nice run there for Darren Butts with a 40-yard touchdown earlier. He gets 6 here on first out of the 32.
Yeah, again, you see some of that toughness. He's not the biggest guy in the world, but he runs tough. He's fast. He's explosive. Just trying to get him outside. Let him break a couple tackles. See what he can do in space.
Fourth drive here for Hampton. Two that were 3 and outs. One that ended up in the end zone as Butts gets another carry to bring up third and around a yard from the 35. They're going to go tempo here. Zach Patterson, the offensive coordinator here for Hampton, said, "We're going to keep Grambling on their toes." Zealous pulls it. Zealous runs. And he's across the 40 for a Hampton first down.
That's something that he can do, that RPO. Zealous is a big kid, 6'3", 220, so there's only a few yards needed. He's big enough to pick those up.
Give fifth-year senior Lewis Matthews their credit for the tackle. Led the SWAC in tackles a year ago. Looks to hand it off and now throws. Caught Copeland. Ramon Copeland's got some moves. Copeland in space to the 41 of Grambling. His first catch today.
It's a good read here by Zealous. He just drops the ball in over. It looks like they were, I'm not sure the type of covers they were playing. It looked like they had a man under and a corner over the top.
Zealous wants to take a deep shot.
They blew that cover.
Has his man inside the 10, fighting for the end zone. Put him up. That is a touchdown to the big tight end, TK Payzant.
That's what tempo does for you. Sometimes you catch a defense with the wrong personnel in or get those guys a little confused. And I just said the play before, wasn't quite sure the type of coverage they were playing. Then they come right back and they let a guy run right down the field wide open. Look at the tight end, TK Payzant. Nobody around him. Just looks like there's some confusion in the secondary. That Grambling defense, you never want to have a guy running wide open like that.
It is a 41-yard touchdown for Payzant. And now Heaton is on for the point after try, and his kick is good. So a 40-yard touchdown for Butts. A 41-yard touchdown for Payzant. And Hampton has 2 big strikes and 2 long touchdowns in a lead here over Grambling. Second quarter at Red Bull Stadium.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
Is this your plan to watch the game today? Yeah, I have to watch my neighbor's NFL Sunday ticket. It's not your best plan, but you know what it is? My plan from Verizon. Switch now and they'll give you NFL Sunday ticket from YouTube TV on them. This plan is amazing. Another amazing plan? Backing away from here very slowly. Josh Allen.
Football season is here. Get NFL Sunday ticket from YouTube TV on us. A $449 value. Plus, get a free Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 5. Only on Verizon.
Do it big with the Pizza Hut Big Dinner Box. However you want a dinner, we got you covered. Big time. I do it big. The Big Dinner Box. 2 pizzas, breadsticks, and wings or pasta.
Oh, hello. The long-lasting scent of Gain Flings made it smell like Dave was in his happy place, the massage chair at the mall. But he wasn't. Gain Flings with OxyBoost and Febreze.
Marie is ready to buy her first home. Come on. When you buy with Rocket Homes and finance with Rocket Mortgage, you get up to $10,000 cash toward closing from Rocket Mortgage. Visit onlywithrocket.com to get started today.
Right now, get a free footlong at Subway, like the Subway Series menu. Buy 1 footlong in the app, get 1 free.
For free.
That's what I'm talking about. Order in the Subway app today.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Pro Football Hall of Fame class. Congratulations, your Super Bowl champion.
With the first pick in the draft.
In season, off season. It's always football season.
Oh my goodness! Is this for real?
I pray for these moments.
Every touchdown from every game, every Sunday afternoon.
Largest comeback in NFL history.
So 2 big plays here for Hampton offensively, 2 long touchdowns. JC, what happened on this 41-yard Zealous to Payzant touchdown?
Well, defensively for Grambling, and I talked about it the play before the touchdown, it looked like there was some miscommunication, but number 8, the linebacker, Cyrus Smith, you see him running right there, doesn't look like he's in the right area, gives up a long touchdown pass. You see him right here. Looks like he's playing man. Other guys are playing zone. Doesn't follow TK Payzant, and it's just an easy throw and catch for Zealous. And we talked to the defensive coordinator, Cedric Thornton, and he wanted guys to be aggressive but be smart and know what to do. Obviously, that was 2 busts by his defense.
All right, chalk there on the short kickoff is going to bring Grambling out to the 21-yard line to Marion Harrell, who has been all over the field with a tackle there on special teams for Hampton, whose offense has gotten it going here. Let's see what the defense can now do. 14-9 the score. We have the clock back on the screen. This is
Hey.
Just joining us, we had some clock issues early, but now we're told that they are going to keep the clock on the screen, your screen, watching wherever you are, mobile devices or television, and more importantly, the big screen here at Red Bull Arena. It says 10:02 remaining in the second quarter. Miles Crawley still at quarterback. He is 9 of 14 for a $102 and a touchdown. And he's been getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Lyndon Rash with that one, a short gain down to the 20. Let's go back to the sideline and Marley.
We saw this go for a long score earlier, but watch the defensive back, Sturdifin, 29, want to get outside, force the ball back inside. If they continue to go outside, then you make the tackle. Now it's 2nd and 11, but good job. And again, he jumped it.
Jumped it and almost got it. Stanley Garner jumping in front of Nashawn Dickerson, but he couldn't hold on.
No, but we talked about how Miles Miles Crawley was just, everything was a quick throw to the outside, to the receivers, to the running backs. Now there's just a quick throw, and now Stanley Gardner, number 3, reads it, sees it, jumps it, just doesn't come down with the catch.
And it sets up 3rd and 11. Crawley looking right, pressured. Crawley throws to Rash, comes back for that football, catches near the 25-yard line, but not nearly enough. And it's going to be 4th down, and Jimmy Isles, the punter, is running onto the field now for Grambling. So after the long touchdown, Hampton's defense gets off the field.
Yep, a couple of good plays defensively. 3rd and long, they forced 3rd and long. Well, where now you can't throw the ball quickly. Crawley's got to hold it a little bit to allow his receivers to get down the field. Now they bring pressure, get them out of the pocket. They complete it, but it's short, and now they're going to get the ball back.
Jimmy Isles, the Australian punter, stands on his 10. Ramon Copeland, who is dangerous for Hampton, stands on his own 30. I love JC as the former special teams guy in DB here. You are counting in the booth.
You always have to make sure there's 11 out there.
Isles shanked it there. It's going to get across midfield, but the ugly punt. Wait, there is a flag on the field. Flag on the field as the punt is out of bounds on the 41-yard line. Let's wait on that flag. Alexander Randolph, our referee today. Flag is back near Copeland, or where Copeland was initially standing. It is on the 25-yard line to our right.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, Grambling. 15-yard penalty from the end of the play. 1st down.
Okay, 15 yards on just Hugh Jackson's Grambling team.
Right, and who was that on?
That's his first unsportsmanlike conduct.
All right, on the linebacker, Devontae Webster, that one. 15 yards, unsportsmanlike. And now we will break with 8:23 remaining in the 2nd quarter. Hampton get the ball back with the lead.
So yeah, USAA, they always have my back.
USAA? You were in the military?
Oh no, I wasn't, but my grandpa was. He joined USAA, passed membership to my mom, then to me.
There's other ways to get in?
Yeah, my neighbor Ron, he's in because his wife served. Even little Luna, once she's born, her dad served.
So all this time I could have had USAA insurance.
And banking.
Where's my phone?
Over there.
USAA, for the military community and their families.
I love it, big guy. Yeah, I love it too. Go celebrate.
I know how I feel about this game, and I got it because of the passion that he plays with.
When you have auto glass damage, trust SafeLight. And one easy appointment, we can replace your windshield and recalibrate your advanced safety system. That's great, thanks. Stay safe with SafeLight. Schedule now.
SafeLight repair, SafeLight replace.
Packed frozen. Thawed by lunch. Go-Gurt. Real good, real easy, real smooth.
Personal style is a reflection of your own narrative and how you want to put yourself forward in the world.
From a technology perspective, the new truck is a remote extension of Aldite.
Here's some straight talk for you. Use your loved ones to save money on wireless. You could add your favorite son. You could add your ex. Add grandma, but don't tell her about the unlimited talk part.
More lines mean more savings with Straight Talk. Get unlimited data, talk, and text for $25 a line.
Hi, it's New Jeans. Check out our new song Cool With You on the Pop Certified playlist right here on YouTube. It's just cool with you. It's a message.
Back here at Red Bull Arena, we spoke of the proud HBCU legacies, also proud legacies sending players to the National Football League, whether it's Chris Baker or Reggie Doss. Hampton has had some really good guys play at the next level. Justin Durant, Henrik Ellis, Kendall Langford, and they are trying to give a stage, and they are, to guys like Quastin Townsell as well, JC.
Absolutely. My rookie year in Kansas City played with a guy from Hampton and Grambling that both got drafted that year. Leonard Griffin from Grambling, Ike Reardon from Hampton, and we came into Kansas City at the same time. So a lot of good players have come from these programs. Obviously, Grambling's got many players, guys, in the Pro Football Hall of Fame and on and on.
Elijah Burris is a good player for this Hampton team. Got 8 yards on first down, and on second down with Sonny Anderson on his back, he churns for 3 or 4 and a first down.
And Sonny Anderson is a guy that has got to get a little more active. I know they're putting a lot of attention and focus on blocking him, but he's a guy that's got to make some plays happen for this Grambling defense.
From the 32, Thompson, number 16, bottom of the screen. Zealous breaks the pocket. Anderson chasing him. Anderson can't get him. Zealous gets to the sideline near the 26.
That's a great job. We were just talking about him. He lines up on the left side of the field and makes the play all the way on the right side of the field. And we see Carter there.
Javon Carter, the nose tackle, 6'4", 258, is down slow to get up. And now an injury timeout. 2nd and 5 and 7:25 to go as Carter is helped to the sideline.
See him drinking there.
Junior out of Lemonville, Louisiana.
I think he cramped up a little bit there. You know, both of these teams have practiced in a lot of heat this summer, so the heat and the weather right now shouldn't be a factor for them.
Grambling told us it hit 107 a couple of times during their summer camp. I don't know that I could deal with 107 on a daily basis. Zealous, complete, near side. That's Bates or Woods, I beg your pardon, who slips a tackle, and Woods gets across the 20 with a nice move, and that is a first down again for Hampton.
Good job by Paul Woods. And again, on all of these quick throws, they just want to get the ball out of the quarterback's hands and get it to one of their skilled position guys and let him make a play in space. Speed in space is what Zach Patterson, how he termed it for us, and that's what they're going to continue to try to do, these wide receivers and running backs.
The initial tackle there of Ryan Fields, the hand to Butts, weaving through traffic. Darren Butts, who had a 40-yard touchdown earlier, gets it just shy of the 15-yard line at Hampton, milking clock, keeping this drive alive, up 14-9, looking to add.
Doing a good job of being balanced, being able to run the ball inside, run it on the edge, a RPO, they throw the quick screen, and really has Grambling off balance right now.
And now Bates in a bunch, bottom of the screen, little trickery here to throw over the middle, and a touchdown. It's another one. This time it's Evan King. Both tight ends are in the end zone.
Yeah, a little gadget play right there. They had Ja'Cory Shaw, a tackle number 64, lined up in the slot to the right, and he's calling for the ball, and everybody's looking that way, and then they throw the ball inside. So great job of play calling by Zach Patterson and his Hampton offense.
A 15-yard strike from Chris Ellis to Evan King. He has 2 career receptions. Both have been touchdowns. One against Elon a year ago, and here, one of the opener against Grambling. Zealous to King, and the extra point is good by Heaton, and Hampton's lead is 21-9.
Zealous is rolling, but watch up top. There's out wide to the right. Is there tackle Ja'Cory Shaw calling for the ball, and everybody goes to him, and Evan King gets the touchdown inside.
Now what? You say it when things get out of hand. At Prudential, we think you should say it when you hand down something valuable, too. Like when you realize a recipe is just one gift you can give them. Ask, now what? guess what? You get life insurance from Prudential and help protect your family like you protect a family recipe. Who's your rock? Ask your employer about Prudential benefits or speak to an advisor today.
I got into debt in college, and no matter how much I paid, it followed me everywhere. So I consolidated it into a low-rate personal loan from SoFi.
Get a personal loan with low fixed rates. Borrow up to $100K and no fees required. SoFi, get your money right.
Old Trapper Beefs. Tough snacks.
Out here, you gotta be tough. My truck, my crew, they're tough. Old Trapper taught me the value of tenderness.
Old Trapper, what's your beef?
When you drive a Ram, summer is more than a season. It's an opportunity to load up on more toys, to stop looking for fun and be the one who brings it, and to make every day even more inviting than the last. Make this the summer you drive America's best light-duty pickup.
During the Ram Labor Day sales event, get $4,000 retail consumer cash allowance on most 2023 Ram 1500 trucks.
Lowe's knows that fall's shorter days call for bigger deals. Get the most out of your fall projects by getting the most out of our deals now. And with Lowe's Pay, it's never been easier to shop at Lowe's. Labor Day savings are here, in-store and online.
Wake up, GMFB is on the air.
Let's go, team! Everybody feels like a winner today.
Boom! Wake up for all things football.
That play made me jump off the couch.
Good Morning Football, Monday at 7 on NFL Network.
This fall, college football is live on NFL Network.
And he's got a touchdown.
The pageantry and tradition every Saturday.
Wow.
Tonight at 7, live on NFL Network.
So, 3 touchdowns here for Hampton as the latest to the other tight end. Paisance in the end zone. Evan King's in the end zone. Off Marley, a little trickery there with Ja'Cory Shaw lining up wide.
Yeah, a little bit of trickery. The Hampton fans, of course, are loving this one, but I don't think anyone is more excited than Ja'Cory Shaw's dad. Of course, offensive linemen don't typically get the credit that they deserve, but his dad is in the stands. He's been on his feet all game. He's so excited that his son is making some blocks to help get the Pirates some of these touchdowns.
I wish they would have thrown it to him.
That would have been great. We'll like to see the big man touchdown here as Nigel Lanier, the transfer from Tennessee, is thrown down, and that's going to draw a flag. Corey Wilson, you can't do that. Nigel Lanier has some speed, former preferred walk-on at Tennessee, but he didn't get a lot of room to work as he was thrown down, and the flag got thrown down as well.
Personal foul. Doing a return. Horse collar. Number 27. 15-yard penalty. End of the play. First down.
Looked like Wilson. They're going to flag Zamarian Harrell there. Number 27. We'll show you 28. We thought it was Corey Wilson. Regardless, it is 15 yards here. And it's going to help set Grambling up with better field position. Some time to work. 1 timeout left. Each team burned a couple of timeouts early. JC 6:14 remaining here, second quarter. Let's see what Grambling can get going from its own 30. Crawley backpedaling, throwing, complete to the far sideline with some blockers across the 40 to the 39-yard line. Antonio Jones, who had a big first quarter with another reception. For Jones, it is his 3rd of the game and a flag.
Holding. Offense. Number 84. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
84, Joshua Quiet, who had that touchdown earlier, called for the hold, tight end.
And again now, just getting a little bit sloppy. You got to get them back, settle down, and get back to what they did on that opening drive when they looked like they were kind of unstoppable. Crawley was 6 of 7 on that opening drive and ran the ball well, threw the ball well. They just got to get back into that rhythm, but being behind the chains doesn't help.
Crawley now 12 of 18. Again, after that amazing start here from transfer from Alabama State. Grambling right out of the gate with another flag down. Offense looked good early, but since it has stalled.
After the play, Tawny, defense, number 4, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down. That's number 4.
So Townsend, the veteran leader there, called for taunting.
A little frustration, obviously, but right now everybody's got to settle down and get back to playing football. You can see they're not happy with him. He's the leader. He's the guy that everybody looks to on this defense. He's got to remain poised. Can't do that and hurt his team.
Dejon Richard wearing number 6 into the game in the backfield to Crawley's right. Richard, the new back on this drive here for Grambling. The first down after that taunting penalty, and Richard's got to get a carry. Richard maybe 3 yards over the left side and into the big belly of Javon Johnson, 6'3" and 300 pounds, the redshirt freshman out of Cortland, Virginia.
And that's what he's there for. Clog up the middle, use that big body to take on those blockers, and control the A-gap, make those tackles.
Under 5 minutes remaining now in the first half. Crawley, blitz picked up, firing high for the sideline. And incomplete. A little too much gas on that one.
And a little bit too late. That ball's got to come out a little bit earlier, especially to the short side of the field where there's not a lot of room to work out there. That ball's got to come out as soon as he makes that break.
Byron Perkins, the Purdue transfer, 6'3", 190. A lot of NFL traits on the coverage there. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get to the plus 48 here.
Watch the pressure here, 3rd and long.
Got him to jump. They let it go. Crawley completes with that flag down on the far sideline. There's going to be a free 5 yards. Rash thrown out of bounds by Wilson. But they let him play.
Yeah, I mean, that's a free play. Good thing the defensive back over there finished the play, Sturdivant. Now they're going to bring it back. I'm sure they'll take the 5 yards and replay 3rd down since they didn't get enough for a first down.
Do exactly that. So Grambling, again, started great early, beg your pardon, marched down the field, got a 2-point conversion, took the early 8-0 lead. It was ruled, however, that Rash was out of bounds in the back of the end zone, but there was a DPI, tried it again, didn't get it. And now we reset the clock again. Clock is going to get reset to 4:44. We thought we had the clock issues fixed, JC.
Hey, it's week 1, man. My man's a star. He's getting more TV time than you get all week, bro.
Alexander Randolph is our referee. We are making him work today. As it is 3rd and 3. 3rd and short, got to get to the 48. Crawley. Rash, incomplete, knocked down. Heck of a play there by Cam Sturdivant to knock it away, the safety.
Yeah, great job of knocking that ball down, but that ball's got to be out sooner. Crawley's got to get rid of that ball a lot quicker, and by holding on to it, that allowed Sturdivant to drive on it, get there just as the ball got there, and get that right hand in there. Great job by him.
And great job by that Hampton defense to getting off the field now. Ramon Copeland is going to stand back on his 10 as Jimmy Isles, whose last one was shanked, is back to punt. 4:35. We're fairly certain remains in the first quarter. The Aussie punter, the lefty, gets it away. Copeland will let it bounce inside the 10, and it is down on the 7. So a long field coming up here for Hampton with a 21-9 lead. Hey, coming up on NFL Network, Army and Louisiana Monroe. Don't miss more college football on the network later today, 7 Eastern. Army traveling to Monroe, Louisiana, to take on the Warhawks at Malone Stadium as we get another college football game coming up later today. This one's been fun. Hampton with the 21-9 lead. 4.5 to go in the second quarter. Coming up at the half, don't forget the bands. Band's a huge part of the pageantry of this event. Opening weekend, HBCU football. Excited to bring you both the Hampton and the Grambling State bands. As Zealous will now stand on his 1-yard line to open up this drive. He's got timeout in 4.5 minutes. Backing into his end zone. Now he's going to run. Look like a design run. Zealous up the middle, has some room. Walking to the far sideline. Zealous holds on to that football. And he's going to get to the 25. And it looks like we have an injury on the far side. A Grambling defender is down.
Looks like another cram, but like you said, a designed quarterback run just down the field. And like I said, he's 6'3", 220, so he's a very capable runner. You can see right there, great blocks down the field.
Sorry, JC, I was going to say you saw Javon Carter there coming and looking to tomahawk that ball out from behind, and he swung and missed. Zealous held on, but then Carter immediately grabbed his leg, and now he's being helped up on the far side.
Gotta hydrate.
Yeah, the heat here. We were down on the field before the game. The thermostat says, you pull out your phone, your weather app says it's about 80, 82 degrees. JC, it felt a lot hotter on the field.
It did, and they practiced in a lot hotter weather than this, so they may have taken it for granted and said, oh, it's not hot today, because they're used to practicing in over 100-degree weather and didn't properly hydrate. And he's the second Grambling player that we've seen cramp up today.
Zealous gets 18 on that run. He has 33 yards rushing. Zealous will hand it off this time, however, and it's Elijah Burris with a lot of room to run. Burris gets close to 9 to the 33.
Tell you, this big offensive line is doing a good job. You can see the counter, misdirection, and Elijah Burris, the bigger of the two backs, Burris and Butts, but still very fast when he gets to the edge.
Evan King, the tight end, with a nice block there. Got in the way and cleared a little bit of extra room. Zealous pulls it, keeps it. Zealous chopped down. Chopped down by the corner. Javon Singletary. If he could have gotten by Singletary, he had nothing but clear sailing.
Yeah, watch the left side of this offensive line. Number 77, Tyler McDuffie, 6'8", 315, just crashing down the entire defensive line of Grambling. That's like the third play in a row. He was a guy that Grambling was worried about because he's so big.
That could have been a touchdown-saving tackle. Zealous keeps it. Might have been a face mask. There's the flag. Late flag as Zealous got out of a face mask and carried it right. He's done a great job with his legs today here in the first half. He gets it across the 40, but I think this one's going to be a first down, regardless of the run.
Yeah, and a great block out there by the running back, Butts. Also on Lewis Matthews, the linebacker.
Penalty. Second down.
They're going to call a hold.
Wow. Thought it was going to go the other way.
Did you see the face mask too?
I thought so.
Okay. You see the look of frustration on Chris Ellis's face as Hampton is now going to back up to its own 27-yard line.
Yeah, now they're way behind the chains now.
And it's 1st and 20 with Butts in the backfield. And he's going to get the quick swing, try to get a block. Butts stays on his feet, got knocked down, and they blow it dead. That knee must have hit the ground. He got popped there. Lane Lewis. Butts tried to keep his feet, and they blew it dead.
That was pretty close right there. I thought he might have put that hand down. Told you he's not the biggest guy out there, but very tough, very strong. Out in space, he took a good shot there too. I thought he was going to go down. And
Darren Butts had a 40-yard touchdown earlier. He almost broke that one, but they said that he was down, and it sets up another Butts carry. Butts has room. Butts, he had the lane to the left, and he turned it back up inside to get some of that penalty yardage back. to get to the 34.
This offensive line, we knew that they were big and strong and physical, and that's what Hugh Jackson was talking about, too. That was a concern for Grambling. You see how big they are, 6'5", 6'6", 6'4", 300, 310, and that's not even counting Tyler McDuffie, 6'8", 315, number 77. So they are starting to lean and impose their will on this smaller Grambling defensive line.
Movement on the left side of the Grambling D-line. This time they do not let them play. As Ja'Cory Shaw, the left tackle there for Hampton, is down. And we wait for the call from Randolph.
Offside. Defense. Number 21. 5-yard penalty. Third down.
So it's Ryan Fields, the DB, offsides here. And again, it looks as if he is the issue as they're stretching out Shaw, the left tackle. Again, when we were down at the field before the game, the Hampton sideline is in the shade. And it is considerably cooler on the Hampton side than it is on the far sideline on the Grambling side of the field.
Big difference. But this is the first time that these guys are playing a real game. The emotions, the intensity, excitement, probably didn't properly hydrate, obviously, and not used to playing so many downs back to back. And got to continue to drink and hydrate.
About 3/4 of the stadium, Red Bull Stadium here, is in the shade. But the far sideline, the Grambling sideline, and anyone sitting behind the Grambling bench, you are likely baking in this heat. It is 3rd and 8 for Chris Zellis at Hampton. Elijah Burns in the backfield. We think it's 1:48 remaining, 1:28 remaining, I beg your pardon, on the screen. We'll keep our fingers crossed that's accurate. Tyler McDuffie checks in at left tackle. Ja'Cory Shaw taken to the sideline after that last play. An update on him coming up in a second. 3rd and 8 here for Zellis. With time, now flushed out. Zellis brought down. Zellis brought down by Keyshawn Johnson. And the defense gets off the field here for Grambling. And a timeout taken by Grambling to stop the clock at 1:16. The Tigers' final timeout of the half. So they get the defensive stop, and now they try to set up their offense to get something going here in the final minute before the half.
Yeah, they need to get something going early. That was a great job defensively getting off the field now. They're going to see if they can generate something offensively. Be good for them to get something going into the locker room. They started the game great. And how about Hampton? They told us that they were going to just sit back in the beginning and see how how Grambling's going to attack them, and then they're going to counter. That's exactly what they've done. They've done a good job after that first drive of shutting Grambling down. So they're countering like Terrence Crawford. Grambling's like Errol Spence Jr. right now, huh?
I see what you did there. As Tristan Heaton is back to punt, he is kicking and he is punting today for Hampton, and Marquise Britton with a flag as Heaton gets drilled. And a fair catch called on the 30. And Heaton is slow to get up, and he is now limping to the Hampton sideline. 2 flags down as the protection broke down, and Heaton, the right leg just got popped.
First down.
And Pierre Charles there with the disastrous special teams penalty, and Hampton's offense will get back on the field.
Yeah, you get a sack, you take a timeout because you think you're going to get the ball back with over a minute left before the half, and then you rough the punter. That's just not a smart play by Grambling. Special teams, and I know their coordinator, Chris Scott, is not happy about that, but the thing that they've talked about is one play at a time, but you got to be smart. Now you put your defense back on the field, and it back to Hampton's offense, and Chris Zellis, who's been making play after play so far this first half.
And now right across the 50-yard line with Kevin Johnson in motion. Zellis under pressure from Anderson. Zellis throws a nice ball to the outside, and that's complete to Paul Woods. So after that penalty, and with Ja'Cory Shaw back on the field at left tackle, Hampton now has something going here as the clock reads 1:08, and they still can't stop the clock. One timeout remaining.
Yeah, and you know how in college football, after every first down, the clock stops for the change. So a minute and 8 seconds is a lot of time for Chris Zellis at Hampton.
Three receivers to the left, including the return man, Ramon Copeland there with the long hair slided to the left. Zellis looks to the right. Zellis is going to take a deep shot. Zellis down the sideline and complete inside the 5. That's Armand Vinson. And they're in the red zone.
Grambling is celebrating over there.
Did Grambling come away with it?
Intercept the ball?
Let's see it again. I thought Vincent came down with that ball.
Oh, wow. Great play. He took it away from him.
Vincent had it, and then it got ripped away.
And is that Osiris Smith, the linebacker that blew the coverage earlier?
Osiris Smith, the linebacker at 6'2", 215, alone on a wide receiver down the sideline, comes away with the interception.
That is a great play by Osiris Smith.
And then he spins that football. Why not? Osiris Smith.
Wow.
The nickel linebacker, the slot defender, lined up wide and comes away with an amazing interception. And Grambling, after the special teams disaster, takes the football back deep in its own end of the final minute with no timeouts. Keelan Elder on the carry. And it's Grambling averts disaster there.
Looks like they're pretty content to let this clock run out and go into halftime. I think they got to try to get something going. Why not take a shot down the field?
They ran it on first down. Elder had the carry, picked up 4. And they are in no hurry and seemingly no urgency, especially backed up that far deep in their own end. A couple of carries for Elder. They cannot stop the clock. And that is going to be the end of the first half. Tell you what, for a Hampton team that last year had some issues in his first year in the CAA, pretty impressive performance here for Robert Prunty's group here in the first half of the opener.
And to flip a coin to decide who his starting quarterback is, I think Zellis, it came up heads for Chris Zellis, and he's made the most of it.
Chris Zellis has played well here today. Won the quarterback battle. Chris Zellis, who split time last year with Malcolm Mays. Many thought it might be Mays. Instead, it was Zellis, and he has them a big lead for Robert Prunty. Marley?
Coach, obviously your offense is making a lot of explosive plays. You knew Grambling's defense would be a challenge, but how impressed are you with your offense?
Well, I think our offensive coordinator, Zach Patterson, is doing a good job. We just got to stay consistent. Keep blocking. Keep catching the ball. The simple things when you're playing offense.
And I know you had hinted at maybe playing multiple quarterbacks today. Chris Zellis is playing a great game. Do you imagine he'll be starting here to start the second half?
Well, right now, I don't see no need.
All right, Coach, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Andrew.
All right, Marley, thank you. Robert Prunty, thank you. His team with an impressive first half here in the opener. And its second season here in the CAA. A couple of deep shots. Some defensive plays as well. Chris Zellis has stepped up big. And Hampton is up big here. 21-9 at the half.
At Chipotle, real food always starts with real ingredients in real kitchens. When you order Chipotle, real food starts with you. Whether it's in restaurant, pickup, or delivery. However you Chipotle is the easiest way to Chipotle.
Get away with a
great deal at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Now's the time to get in and get away. Get up to $2,500 bonus cash plus complimentary maintenance on the Tucson or Santa Fe. Now, during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
For over 25 years, Lovesac has been rewriting the rules of comfort. It's okay to change your style. It's okay to change your mind. And to change things up. Get messy. Get immersed. With Lovesac, you make the rules.
Whoa, so this is your plan? Watching with this crew from work.
Well, Josh Allen, I have to watch their NFL Sunday Ticket.
That's not a great plan. But this is my plan from Verizon. Switch now and get NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube TV on them.
I'm really into this plan.
And they're really into whatever this is. I wouldn't.
I won't.
Football season is here. Get NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube TV on us, a $449 value. Plus, get a free Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 5, only on Verizon.
Tourists. Tourists that turn into scientists. Tourists taking photos that are analyzed by AI. So researchers can help life underwater flourish.
Your best defense against erosion and cavities is strong enamel. Nothing beats it. New Pro Enamel Active Shield actively shields the enamel to defend against erosion and cavities. I think that this product is a game changer for my patients. It really works.
Monday on NFL Total Access, the secret to beating the Chiefs caught on tape. A winning strategy for the Giants versus the Cowboys and the Steelers versus the Niners. Plus, why Aaron Rodgers is not the key to the Jets beating the Bills. That's Monday at 7 Eastern.
Welcome back to the Brick City HBCU Classic presented by Prudential. We had a great first half of football, but now it is time for the bands. Let's throw it to the field.
96% of 23andMe Health customers surveyed reported taking healthier actions because they know health isn't just a future state. Health happens now. Start your DNA-powered health journey today with personalized insights from 23andMe.
I can do this. Luxury that lets you feel infinitely you.
We all have something we love. A passion. Could be our job, travel, sports. It could be anything. But here's the thing. If you follow it, wherever it takes you, you'll always find what you're looking for.
It's all about the pursuit. In the pursuit, you find your greatness. TCL has achieved award-winning success, always striving to bring you the NFL's best moments on massive screens. But like Justin Herbert, our pursuit is far from over.
Takes the snap, throws to the corner of the end zone, caught, touchdown, Chargers win.
Oh, hello. Hi. Did you know that every load of laundry could be worth as much as $300? Really? And your clothes just keep getting more damaged the more times you wash them. Downy protects fibers, doing more than detergent alone. See?
This one looks brand new. Saves me money. I'm starting to like Downy.
Downy saves loads.
Experience the NFL like never before. You hear that? It's game time, baby! Woo! Even earn a tunnel walk with your favorite team. Apply for the NFL Extra Points credit card and live your rewards.
All right, the first 30 minutes of the college football season is in the books here on NFL Network. We're at Red Bull Stadium. This is the Prudential Brick City Kickoff Classic. And what a nice showing here by Hampton in the first half. 21-9, leading Grambling. After a 4-7 season, 1-7 in the conference. Hampton comes out looking pretty good. J.C. Pearson, Marley Weirda down to the sideline. I'm Andrew Siciliano. How about this offensive effort? 240-some yards for Hampton, J.C. in the first half.
How about the rushing 132 yards? That's where everything starts for them up front, and then they were able to work in everything else off of that. And penalties, both teams hurt themselves with penalties, but I tell you, Hampton, offensively, they were able to make big plays down the field, especially for touchdowns, and that's the difference in this game. Grambling made a big play for a touchdown, got called back because of a penalty, and they've struggled ever since. So they've got to get their rhythm back offensively, then they've got to stop this Hampton offense from going down the field.
Tell you what, this game has had a little bit of everything. Has had major clock malfunctions, has had players doing things on the field that weren't on the roster. It's had players doing things on the field wearing totally different numbers, like, for example, that great pick by Grambling at the end of the first half. Cedric Anderson, who normally wears number 4, was somehow wearing number 8 and came down with that interception. It was a presto changeo on the jersey and a heck of a takeaway as well. I am ready for fun now in the second half.
Yeah, we got to be interesting to see what kind of adjustments each team made at halftime. And expect a lot of explosive plays the second half.
Absolutely. Chalk is going to take it out 2 yards deep in the end zone. Chalk busts through to the 20-yard line. Hugh Jackson's team down big at the half. He talked to Marley a minute ago. Marley, what did he say?
Yeah, just caught up with him. He wants to see his offense be a little bit more consistent. They're playing up and down right now. And then on the other side of the ball, his defense is giving up a lot of big plays. So he wants to see them capitalize and make a little bit more stops.
That's exactly what I was saying, Marley. Offensively, they've got to get down the field. They've got to make some big plays. And defensively, they got to stop the big plays by Hampton. But right now, we'll see what kind of adjustments they made offensively in the locker room coming out this second half.
They're able to get the big takeaway at the end of the second quarter as Crawley is under pressure now. Crawley throws. Oh, what a nice catch on the sideline. Oh, and they say he got it. Nashawn Dickerson. There's a great way to start the third quarter.
Great play by Dixon. Great catch. But again, tempo, I think they've got to go a little faster offensively, get their offense going, try to find a rhythm. Then Floyd chalked it. Looked like he was in.
DeAndre Falk chasing Crawley there, and Dickerson able to get a foot down, and Dickerson able to pick up around 8 on first down. Chalk is in the backfield with 3 receivers to the wide side left. Crawley hands it off. It's Williams. Chance Williams carrying right. And he's going to get to near the 30. It's his 5th carry of the game. Puts him over 20 yards. Let's talk about the quarterbacks, JC, because there was so much intrigue coming in. Neither coach really wanted to say who their guy was going to be. Crawley started well. Zealous has been consistent.
Very consistent and had some big plays. You can see neither one of them threw for a lot of yards, but they were very consistent in what they were asked to do. Miles Crawley came out, started out on fire, then got behind the chains.
Here's Dickerson after the play fake on first down. Dickerson with room to run. He's made 2 nice plays on this opening drive and gets a first down.
And Andrew, this is very similar to the way they started the game and got Crawley going, got him moving a little bit, quick, easy throws to the outside to his receivers and let them get down the field, but they've got to stay ahead of the chains in order to be able to stay balanced, run and pass. They've got to get Chalk, whether it's handing it to him or throwing it to him in space. He's an explosive guy. They've got to get him going.
Corvallis Knighton there threw a nice block, and now the deep shot. J.R. Waters underneath it, and he has it near the 20.
Great throw. Finally go down the field, and that's what happens when you sit on a lot of short stuff. Get those defensive backs sitting on all those quick throws, and now you go down the field, and great job there by J.R. Waters throwing, leaving enough room outside for Crawley to drop it in there.
And now Waters again, this time on the quick hitter, running left and into the red zone. He beats Sturdivant on the deep ball, and there with the running catch for a couple of yards. And here comes that tempo.
Yeah, now they've got to get going. The tempo, the red zone, they've stalled a little bit. And now they got to get going again. And remember, this is where in the first drive they threw the ball quickly to the outside. Josh Quiet, the tight end, number 84 right there, that's lined up on the left side. Look for him to get involved down here.
And Waters is going to come to the bottom of the screen here with 3 receivers to that side. Look at C.J. Guidry as well. He's in the middle. He's got great speed. And Landon Rush as well. They will keep it on the ground. Nice move for Chalk, who was bottled up in that first half. But here a little bit of room to run, and he takes it to the 11. David Johnson, middle of that line on the tackle. The big man, 6'3", 300, the redshirt freshman out of Southampton High School in Cortland, Virginia. And Chalk again. Look at his moves inside the 5. Chalk down at the 1.
That tempo had Hampton a little confused defensively, especially in the back end. You can see guys are not quite set.
Give it a Chalk again.
Yeah, Sturdivant 29 got ran over.
And Chalk does the running over this time. Chalk into the end zone, running over Robert Prunty Jr., the coach's son. And what an opening drive here for Grambling.
It's a great job by Grambling offensively. Big play through the air, and now look at that. That's why you got to get Floyd Chalk more involved, because he's strong enough to break tackles, fast enough to get up the field and make big plays for you.
Well, how about that? The elusiveness, he made Perkins miss, and then he lowered his shoulder and went through Prunty. So both sides of his game there for the little guy.
Very impressive. Ran over who, though?
The coach's son.
You had to throw that in there, didn't you?
I say little guy as well.
Yeah.
Let me explain. I say little guy. 5'9", 185. He's not the biggest back, nor am I the biggest broadcaster. But however, he showed some power there.
And then go for 2 again, yeah.
into the end zone. He's got it. It's quiet. He's got a touchdown and he's got a 2-point conversion.
Great job out of the locker room. That's how you want to come out if you get the ball first. Is to be able to get down the field and get a touchdown, and now they're right back in this thing.
What did Hugh Jackson say in the locker room at halftime? Whatever it was, Roy Chalk and this Grambling team heard it. Marching down the field and making this a game, 21-17.
Now what? You say it when getting older starts getting old. At Prudential, we think you should ask it when your birthday opens up a new chapter. Like when you realize you've got the rest of your life to look forward to. Ask, now what? Here's what. You tap into the insurance, investment, and retirement expertise of Prudential and get everything you need to help ensure the best is yet to come. Who's your rock? Speak to an advisor or visit Prudential.com.
Ace is the place for paint because only Ace offers the extra mile promise. We'll help you get everything you need to paint in one trip, or we'll deliver it free. Ace is the only national hardware retailer that carries Benjamin Moore paint at over 4,000 stores. Our best premium paint with a huge selection of colors. Premium paint, award-winning service, and the extra mile promise. Ace is the place for paint. Around the block, what you need in stock with service so good it's guaranteed.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
At Domino's, there's an endless debate. Does adding pepperoni to something always make it better? Yeah. Debate over. Introducing Domino's new pepperoni stuffed cheesy bread. Loaded up with irresistible pepperoni, it's our most delicious stuffed cheesy bread yet. Only at Domino's.
Old Trapper Beefs. Camping catastrophes.
So the kids want to go camping again.
Well,
yeah, let's go camping.
Old Trapper, what's your beef?
Maria's ready to buy her first home. Come on. When you buy with Rocket Homes and finance with Rocket Mortgage, you get up to $10,000 cash toward closing from Rocket Mortgage. Visit onlywithrocket.com to get started today.
NFL Game Day Season Preview gets you ready for kickoff. And we sit down with reigning Super Bowl MVP Patrick Mahomes.
It's all about the drive to be great year in and year out.
NFL Game Day Season Preview, Tuesday at 8 on NFL Network.
Heck of a start here for Grambling in the second half. Hugh Jackson must have said something. They march down the field. Floyd Chalk punches it in. Miles Crawley, much like we saw on the opening possession of the first quarter, comes out firing 4 for 4 on that drive. And what do you say, J.C. Pearson? We've got a game.
Absolutely. I wonder if he said anything to the offensive coordinator, too, Tony Hull. This first time ever calling plays. Don't know how, after that first drive and things got a little stalled, how Hull handled it. But whatever adjustments they made at halftime worked that first drive.
And it's 21-17 here as we got the clock working as well. Early third quarter. And a short kickoff taken by Moultrie at the 10, at the 15, at the 20, running into traffic. And down to the 25-yard line. Marley Weird is down to the sideline. She is standing by with the president of Hampton University, Darrell K. Williams. Marley?
Yeah, we're here with retired Lieutenant General Darrell K. Williams, also the president of Hampton University. Yes. First of all, we want to thank you for your 37 years of service in the U.S. military. Appreciate it. And we know that this is more than just a football game here today, right? It's a celebration of each HBCUs.
It is. Coming back to Hampton University as a president, after having been a student at the university, you can imagine just how exciting all of this is. But more than that, you're right. These two very historically black colleges, this is a celebration of culture. It's a celebration of our athletic programs. But more importantly, it's a celebration of our academic excellence that happens to be exemplified out on the football field.
Yeah, and you said it there, Hampton University, a great academic institution. But how can the success of sports and a successful football team help to put HBCUs in the forefront and in the spotlight?
So Hampton was established in 1868 and our motto is all about being the standard of excellence. We have phenomenal student athletes at Hampton University, and they're some of our biggest ambassadors. Many people know about the greatness of Hampton University, but certainly great events like this, sponsored by Prudential, highlight the wonderful student athletes that we have and the wonderful academics that we've always been known for.
Looks like we've got ourselves a ball game here. What are you looking forward to seeing from these guys here in the second half?
Well, it's a little bit closer than I'd like to see it be, but I really hope that our Hampton University Pirates will take this thing through the end, and hopefully we'll come away with a victory. Go Pirates.
All right, you said it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Guys, back to you.
Great stuff there from the Lieutenant General. Thank you. Daryl K. Williams watching Chris Ellis from us like this, breaking a tackle, and on 3rd and 6, getting a first down with his legs to keep the drive alive.
And their motto, well, all week long has been finish, or all spring long, all summer long, all camp long, finish. So we'll see how they're able to do that as they throw the ball out there. But with that, Coach Prunty said that, that's why they worked out bigger, stronger, faster, so they don't get tired, so that they can finish in the second half. Felt like they let a couple games get away from them last year, so we'll see how that conditioning has worked out for them.
And that was 5 yards there to Woods as they keep the tempo going and throw the deep shot. A little bit of contact and no flag over the head of Bezet Woodley. So Zealous ran for 11, 5 yards there to Woods, and then incomplete on the deep ball with a little bit of contact here.
Man coverage, great job out there by Anderson with his hands, and as long as you get your head around and you're looking for the football, you can have some incidental contact. There was a lot more contact on a couple plays earlier in the first half than that one.
Cedric Anderson had, as we see some movement top of the field, there was no flag. The Clemson, or rather the Grambling DB 3 times now, Andrew, jumped over the line of scrimmage, then jumped back. Cedric Anderson, wearing number 8, had that pick at the end of the second quarter. He normally wears 4. He was wearing 8. As we know, that is Kevin Johnson wearing 2 on the slant to pick up the first down inside the 45.
Good quick read by Zealous, good throw. A little bit late by Lewis Matthews, the inside linebacker, who's supposed to run under that quick inside slant.
And Zealous now gives it to King after pulling it away from the back. And Evan King, who had a touchdown earlier, all 6'5", 245 of them. The sophomore from Tinley Park High School outside of Chicago is going to get around 5. And again, the tempo here. No one's huddling. Trying to keep the defense gassed, trying to limit the substitutions. In the heat is now, as Zealous keeps it, he's got more room to run. Chris Zealous spinning through tackles, and he's down near the 20.
Tell you, Chris Zealous doing a good job with his legs, but the offensive line, watch the left tackle, watch that left side just crash that Grambling defensive line down, and now Zealous, that RPO, that run-pass option, pulls the ball out, is able to get down the field.
And Grambling's going to have to call timeout as that tempo might have gotten to the Tigers' defense.
That tempo on the big offensive line laying on them.
And it goes a little something like this. Uber One can save you on rides and eats. Yeah, it's kind of sweet. You save on rides to the west side.
Cut. I like that, but I need a little bit more feeling.
Uber One can save you.
I love that.
La 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 la.
As catchy as fudge.
La 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 la.
If you just set out to build an electric car, that's all it will ever be. An electric car. But the Polestar 2 is something more. Every detail designed to be quietly distinctive. Polestar 2, the way electric cars should be. Visit Polestar.com to test drive and order today.
At Dots, an ordinary pretzel just isn't enough. So they add savory seasoning and tempting buttery flavor into every delicious twist. Now that's enough to make you order a
special delivery.
That seems like a lot.
They're really good. Dots, sensationally seasoned pretzels.
This is Fast Twitch, an energy drink from Gatorade.
Please don't get involved. Ain't nobody running off. Food to the wrist. I can't be no son-in-law. I can't take the summer off.
200 milligrams of caffeine, electrolytes, and zero sugar. Start fast with Fast Twitch, an energy drink from Gatorade.
Catch it all on NFL Plus. Stream live local and primetime games on mobile. Watch live highlights every Sunday afternoon during the regular season. Start streaming NFL Plus today. Plans start at $6.99.
HBCU football continues tomorrow on NFL Network.
And he's got a touchdown.
As Morehouse College battles Virginia Union in the Black College Football Hall of Fame Classic. Tomorrow at 4 on NFL Network.
So much talent has come through Grambling, and the legendary coach Eddie Robinson coaching guys like Buck Buchanan, the Hall of Famer, like Willie Brown, like Willie Davis. On the offensive side as well, how about Charlie Joyner? How about a teammate of yours, J.C. Pearson from Kansas City days, Albert Lewis, all coming through this great Grambling program.
How about that guy right there, Buck Buchanan? Still very close with his wife, Georgia. He just took a liking to me. Buck used to come in and talk to me before games, and man, Buck Buchanan was the best.
Here's Zealous running away. Zealous has a lane. The 10, the 5, cuts inside and into the end zone. Christopher Zealous, and another big play touchdown for the Pirates.
Made a lot of plays with his feet today and catches Grambling's defense in a blitz. That means they're playing man-to-man in the back end. Everybody's watching their man. Nobody sees the quarterback, Chris Zealous, pull the ball down and run. And next thing they know, the band is playing because he just scored a touchdown.
Chris Zealous with a 22-yard rushing touchdown. He has 83 yards on the ground today. And after the Heaton extra point, Hampton answers. Grambling comes out punching in the third quarter. Hampton punches right back as Zealous gets into the end zone for Hampton.
That's why I love bourbon barbecue wings.
Wow. That was something.
You didn't like it.
No.
I mean, I used to sing on cruises.
What made you stop?
The cruises.
Bourbon barbecue wings.
Shelves. Shelves smart enough to see, sense, react, restock. So Caramel Swirl is always there for the taking.
It's an NFL fantasy world, and we just live for it. It's free and easy to play. Optimize your lineup with one click and watch exclusive player stories. Download the NFL Fantasy app today.
Loved by nature, because it's better for nature.
From a technology perspective, the new truck is a remote extension of Aldite.
And now, an announcement from America's #1 most watched morning show.
We've got a million good reasons for you to watch GMA this September.
Someone somewhere in America is about to get $1 million live on GMA. Could it be you? Watch GMA this September.
Ah, you see how I did that? A million good reasons?
Plus, the new cast of Dancing with the Stars will be revealed live, and the Sharks are back, giving you the real advice to grow your money. This September, put some good in your mornings with
Good Morning America.
I'm pushing myself harder than I ever have before. As soon as I take my ski boots off and I wear my UFOs, my feet, my ankles, my knees feel so much better. It's a game changer.
My style is kind of an approach. It's not even how I dress, it's just how I conduct myself.
Here's some straight talk for you. Use your loved ones to save money on wireless. You could add your favorite son. You could add your ex. Add grandma, but don't tell her about the unlimited talk part.
More lines mean more savings with Straight Talk. Get unlimited data, talk, and text for $25 a line.
Have to be impressed how that man has played today. Chris Zellis in a quarterback battle all summer, won the job, and now is winning this game here for Hampton. A 22-yard touchdown capping off a 75-yard drive. More on the Hampton quarterback from Marley.
Well, Robert Prunty told me this week, when you put people in crisis and you put them under pressure, you get a chance to see how they actually are. And we just got to see what Chris Zellis was made of on that last drive. Not only is he making plays here for this Pirates offense, but he's being a great teammate and a great leader as well. He's been energetic all game, up and down the sideline, dapping up his teammates. And Elsie, I'm sure you love to see that out of a quarterback and a leader for a team.
And won that competition. Malcolm Mays, Jared Lewis transferred in from Delaware State. Many people thought it was going to be Lewis. Zealous here, persevered, won this job, and has come out so far as C.J. Guidry takes the return out across the 25. Has come out so far here, J.C., and proven his coach's vote of confidence right.
Well, whatever side that coin flipped, if he was heads or tails, whatever side it landed on, I know they're glad it landed on it, because he's played a tremendous game so far.
Really thought we would see the transfer from Delaware State, Jared Lewis. And look, there's a good chance he may play at one point this year. But Chris Ellis is doing his best to keep the other two guys on the bench right now. As Miles Crawley comes out for another drive. Grambling marched right down the field on its opening possession of the third quarter. And Crawley starts well here with the quick hitter. Nashawn Dickerson. Both of these teams using tempo. Both of these teams trying to limit the defensive substitutions. Grambling did it last time a lot in the quick game, and then they took the deep shot.
And then they take the deep shot, or they come back and they hit you with the running back. That's what the tempo is designed for, to get you confused defensively.
Crawley hands to Elder. He will carry for a first down across the 40, and we will go back down to Marley.
Offensive lineman Brandon Hardy head into the injury tent. Don't have any updates for you right now, but he is in the tent with the kind of the blinds closed there. As soon as I have another update, I will let you guys know, and if we can expect to see him on that next offensive drive for the Pirates.
Thanks for that update. As Crawley with the pocket breaking down, running to his left and directing traffic, and then throwing on the run, incomplete on the Hampton side of the field with no flag.
Yeah, I thought there was some contact there as they were coming back to the ball, but second and long, third and long, behind the chains is when Grambling started to get in trouble in that first half. So they've got to try to stay in front of the chains, because in these situations is when Hampton starts to get a little more aggressive and starts to bring pressure, trying to get to Crawley.
Hylon Williams, first time we've called his name, wearing 17, the intended receiver. Jacoby Sharp, the big defensive lineman, the Temple transfer, had the pressure wearing number 93. Now Rash is in motion on second down. Crawley to Rash, who motioned back to the other side, and Rash with the short gain of maybe 3. Jordan White there for the stick. Third down.
Still a little more manageable, obviously, than 3rd and 10. Got 3rd and 7. So I'd like to see him try to get Floyd Chalk out. Maybe flare him out a little bit and try to throw the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in space.
Chalk wearing number 3. Had a relatively quiet day before that opening drive in the third quarter where he got Grambling into the end zone. Chalk with a blitz pickup here. Crawley brought down. Crawley sacked at the 35-yard line. It's Ahmad Ross.
Told you, longer yardage situations, when they know the quarterback's got to hold on to the ball a little bit, that's when they bring the pressure. kept him in the pocket, and Mod Ross just right through the middle, able to get in the face of Crawley and come up with the big third down sack.
And gets the Grambling offense off the field. As Copeland is set to return now. See if he can bust one. Nope, not here. Going to call the fair catch. And Hampton's going to have it on its own 23-yard line. So Hampton makes a defensive stand here. Takes the ball back 28-17 midway through the third.
76% of 23andMe Health customers surveyed reported taking healthier actions because they know health isn't just a future state. Health happens now. Start your DNA-powered health journey today with personalized insights from 23andMe.
Get away with a great deal at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Now's the time to get in and get away. Get up to $2,500 bonus cash plus complimentary maintenance on the Tucson or Santa Fe. Now, during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Do it big with the Pizza Hut Big Dinner Box. However you want a dinner, we got you covered. Big time. I do it big. The Big Dinner Box. 2 pizzas, breadsticks, and wings or pasta.
Oh, hello. Old Trapper Beefs. Camping catastrophes. Old Trapper, what's your beef?
This guy again. Pops.
Hey, son, you got a little something on your face.
Needed a quick shave.
Quick shave? Respect the process.
It ain't my dad's razor, Dad. It's from Gillette Labs.
Gillette Labs?
Gillette's ultimate shaving experience. This green bar releases trapped hairs from my face.
Game changer.
While the Flex Disc contours to it.
Looking smooth.
Feeling even smoother.
How about hooking me up with some Gillette Labs?
Check your text.
You're the best.
Nah, you're the best.
The best a man can get keeps getting better.
The next generation of shaving is Gillette Labs.
Attention, all students. In this game, there's a position for everybody. We run and we throw.
We jump and we fly.
This game right here is our game. 1, 2, 3.
5:12 remaining here. Third quarter, the inaugural Brick City Classic. Hampton has a lead, 28-17. Hampton has been doing it on the ground, 185 yards between the quarterback and these two running backs.
Yeah, and that RPO. We talked about Butts and Burris early, but no one knew Zealous could run, and he's the leading rusher right now, and he's the biggest of the three. So you've got a lot of options. Small, quick, fast, a little stronger, and then the big quarterback really keeping this defense off balance.
As we have Zealous 11 yards away now from his career high at 94 yards on the ground against Elon last year, 83 yards to start this drive, and those three guys, Butts had the carry there. Those three guys have combined for 185 yards on the ground, and we are still in the third quarter. Zealous is going to keep it. He has room to run again. Chris Zealous near the 40-yard line before Kevin Thomas, preseason All-SWAC second-team defensive back, made the tackle. First down.
And watch this RPO. It's a great job by Chris Zealous. You see, he's looking at that defensive end who crashed down, thinking the running back's going to get the ball. Watch Zealous pull it out of there right there, and now he can get down the field, and there's nobody accounting for the quarterback. So Grambling's got to assign somebody to that, and everybody's got to be disciplined and do their own job. And if you're not assigned to that running back, you can't go diving down in there because he's going to pull it out of there.
Lewis Matthews, the heart of that defense, middle linebacker there, all everything for Grambling. Help to the sideline after that carry for a first down for Zealous. An update on him when we can get it. Zealous now over 100 yards rushing. He got 18 on that. He's at 101 on the day. And a whistle's going to blow this one dead.
second down.
They get Armand Vincent there for moving early. Hey, tomorrow afternoon on NFL Network, we got another good one. HBCUs in the spotlight again. Virginia Union taking on Morehouse in the 4th annual Black College Hall of Fame Classic in Hampton. 4 Eastern tomorrow right here on NFL Network. Back about 15 on the false start by the wide receiver. Back to the 35. Give to Butts. He has speed to turn the corner. Look at Darren Butts making people miss. And Darren Butts picks up close to 10.
That's the speed guy right there. We saw him break one right through the middle in the first half for a touchdown. Watch him right here. A little guy, but has some power, because if that hit right there didn't knock him off balance, he might still be running right now. That little hit knocked him off balance and was able to knock him out of bounds.
It was hit by Carter, and then eventually Wilson, 27, is going to get credit for running him out of bounds. Sonny Anderson there in the middle of that one. He had 4 tackles at the half. First time we've called his name here in the third quarter, and it's now 3rd down.
Yeah, here comes Butts now. Fresh legs and all. Number 5.
We heard so much during the week from both sides, from the Hampton side and from the Grambling State side, about the size of this Hampton offensive line. And that line averaging nearly 300 yards, or 300 pounds, I beg your pardon. The piece is doing some work, and doing some work here for Burris, though. But he's going to get chopped down to the backfield. Burris had a lane, but Kevin Thomas came up and made a play, and it's 4th down.
Good job by Kevin Thomas coming up, taking the legs away. Watch him. Looked like Burris was going to get up the field.
And get clear sailing there if Thomas didn't come up in the hole and make that tackle around the ankle.
Right. And that's what this offense does. It makes guys out of the secondary have to make tackles in space. Like you said, if Thomas doesn't make that tackle, they're striking up the band again.
Absolutely. And now Heaton is on the punt. And back to return, it's Nigel Lanier, the Tennessee transfer, wide receiver for Grambling. He's going to stand on his own 5-yard line. So Robert Prunty deciding not to go for it on 4th and 2 on the own side of his field. The punt, that'll do. It's going to bounce inside the 20 and out of bounds. Let's see where they mark it. Right at the 15-yard line. Didn't pin him inside the 5. But gets him inside the 15-yard line there. The punt by Tristan Heaton, who was transferred from D2 Henderson State in Arkansas.
Both of these teams have benefited from the transfer portal. You talked about all these guys that have come in and are playing now. Both of these teams done a good job of identifying their type of players in the portal and brought those guys in and really helping their ball clubs.
I'll be honest with you, a lot of guys that the two schools gave on their 2-deep rosters, or a lot of guys rather on the field, were not on the 2-deep roster here, as there's been some gamesmanship. Crawley out of a sack. Oh, almost. Lanier could not hang on. Beg your pardon, it was Rash who could not hang on.
See, those are type of plays that have to be completed. The middle of the field is completely wide open. Let Rash run to it. Throw it to the middle of the field. That ball was just a little bit behind him. The defensive back was there, but there was absolutely nobody in the middle of the field.
Grambling hasn't won its opener since 2021, has lost 5 consecutive to Hampton. You need plays like that if you're going to break those streaks. Dickerson there with the wide receiver screen. Not a lot of room to run and a late flag. Jamar Darbo on the tackle.
Coach Prunty down there going off on somebody.
Missouri Ruffles, offense, number 71, 15-yard penalty, 3rd down.
All right, that's going to be on the left tackle, Melvin Priestley. 7 games a year ago, Melvin Priestley called for the post-play personal foul. And again, little things, the personal foul.
Right.
the ball behind an open wide receiver on a would-be deep shot here. Those little things, they add up.
A penalty on the long touchdown pass to Robinson.
Tigers are searching for the first win of the Pirates since 1994. Facing a third long here. 3rd and 14 coming up on the minute remaining in the third. Look out. Townsend takes down Crawley, and he throws it away. Almost had a safety. It's 4th down.
Every time it's a long yardage situation, Hampton is bringing the pressure. And it's coming right up the middle. Watch number 4. Townsend right there. Nobody touches him, basically. And good thing Crawley was able to just get rid of that ball. But they've got to understand that Hampton right now knows that on 3rd and long, they're going to hold the ball. So they're bringing the house. They've done it since the first half. And Grambling hasn't picked it up yet.
How about a double-A gap there on 3rd down? Bring in both not only Townsend, but Jamar Darbo as well. And Crawley had to throw it away.
Oh, it hit him.
With a short punt. Oh, it hit him. And it's picked up by Grambling at the 40. Christian Williams, the defensive back, comes up with a football. And there's the break they need as Hampton wants a flag, but there's none on the field.
Watch number 23, who's trying to block for his return man. The ball is kicked short, is going to bounce, and I believe it hit him right there. And the return man has got to yell to him because he has no idea where the ball is. He's trying to block for the return man. When that ball is short, the return man's got to yell, poison, poison, Peter, Peter, whatever their call is to get away so that that ball doesn't touch you.
Illegal touching, 1st down Grambling. It looked as first down Hampton.
Yes.
Wait, they're calling it illegal touching on the kicking team. First down Hampton. All right, let's see that again.
So did the ball not?
I thought it hit Ibrahim.
Right.
I thought it hit Ibrahim 23 first.
I thought it hit him too.
All right, let's try to look at that again. Hampton is getting the ball with the lead in the final minute here of the 3rd quarter, 28-17. Jimmy Isles, you saw the punter there for Grambling. He was celebrating. Let's take another look.
Previous play for illegal touching is under further review.
This is under review.
Not illegal touching. Blue is on the return team.
It's hard to tell from that angle.
It's hard to tell from that angle. From that angle, the ball might have just bounced up and hit the Grambling gunner.
Or it might have fallen. Here's a better angle in between the two. Oh, that ball hit the ground first.
Right.
And then the goalpost kind of blocks our view here as to who it hit after bouncing. Get out of the way, goalpost.
Yeah.
All right, this is what the referee is looking at.
And this is the angle that doesn't show.
So 29 is Williams here.
And how can it
DB for Grambling?
Right.
Comes away with
but
the football.
how can it be illegal touching on the kicking team? It would just be down right there.
It would be down.
Right. I mean, he can catch the ball and the ball is down. It's not an illegal touch.
Alexander Randolph is our referee. Ball's coming down to your left. Clearly, it's the ground first, but you can't see it there necessarily.
Does it hit the Hampton blocker?
We're getting indications here this call is going to stand, and I think it's going to stand here, honestly, because you do not have a clear angle, JC, to reverse what was called on the field.
So, again, it would just be the Grambling punt team down in the ball, then it would not be an illegal touch, right? He didn't run out of bounds.
Correct.
And come back in. He was just the gunner that went straight down the field.
You see Hugh Jackson and now Robert Prunty, the head coach there at Hampton, looking up on the big screen here at Red Bull Arena. it's not showing the replay. It's actually showing what you are seeing at home, which is an image of the referee looking at the replay, looking at the monitor there down on the sideline. This is a big play here. Look, Grambling almost took a safety in the end zone before Crawley gave it away. This is a field-flipping play if Grambling comes away with the football. But the call on the field is Hampton
After
ball.
review, the rule on the field stands. First down, Hampton at the 50-yard line.
Man, that is a huge turn of events here. Huge.
Wow.
It's going to be Hampton's football, and they are going to mark off the penalty, JC, to your point.
Which was?
Illegal touching, they say, and they're going to mark it on the 50-yard line.
Illegal touching, though. That... Yeah, we'll need some clarification. We'll try to get some clarification for everyone at home.
Well, here we go
as
from the
confused as I am.
All right, Burris with the carry. Burris breaking tackles, lowering his shoulder. Tough to go down, and Burris gets to the 40-yard line. Nice run on first down. Robert Wilson eventually with the tackle, but that's a gain of 10, and that'll move the chains. So one play, 10 yards. After Hampton comes away with the football, gets the defensive stop, and somehow keeps it after a confusing call, let's put it that way, on the punt. And now Zealous looking to the sideline for this play.
There should be no hurry for Hampton.
As the game clock winds down near the end of the third quarter, inside of 10 seconds remaining. High snap, he gets it, he keeps it. Might have wanted to give to Burris there, but that high snap, Zealous decided to just take it on his own, and that will run out the third quarter. An impressive third quarter for Christopher Zealous and the Hampton Pirates. They are 15 minutes away from opening 2023 in a big way.
Being in the wild is the best when you're with your family. We do all kinds of different things at camp. Go fish, surf, dive. I think I'll probably be coming out here the rest of my life.
Wherever you go, wherever you stay, all you need is one key. Earn and use rewards across Expedia, Hotels.com, and Vrbo.
So is this stuff really fresh?
Yes. I mean, yeah, we don't have freezers. It's definitely real food. We always have fresh stuff coming in. I mean, this is the best guac that you can get.
Fresh is what you stand for.
Definitely.
Lowe's knows that fall's shorter days call for bigger deals. Get the most out of your projects by getting the most out of our fall savings now. Shop Labor Day deals under $90 now, in-store or online.
USAA. You were in the military? No, my grandpa was. He passed membership to my mom, then me. Huh. Yeah, if your spouse, parent, or grandparent served, they could pass it to you. I'll check it out.
USAA, for the military community and their families.
There are more ways than ever for identity thieves to steal your information. LifeLock alerts you and works to fix problems with a dedicated restoration specialist. Go to lifelock.com.
If you watch football on TV, you need Fubo TV. Get NFL coverage, plus NFL Red Zone on the only live TV streaming service rated #1 in customer satisfaction by J.D. Power. Try free at FuboTV.com.
Catch it all on NFL Plus. Stream live local and primetime games on mobile. Watch live highlights every Sunday afternoon during the regular season. Start streaming NFL Plus today. Plans start at $6.99.
Coach Reed allows you to think outside the box.
Don't do a left 30, X out 35, whack corn dog.
Oh, I love corn dogs.
So, I mean, I was all in.
When an idea that you put on paper works just like you had it drawn up, it's the best feeling.
So Hampton had a tough year last year in the CAA. End of the season with 5 consecutive losses. Hampton honestly did not get a lot of love heading into the season. The CAA preseason poll, 15 out of 15. This Hampton team has not won a game since October 15 of last year when it beat Albany 38-37 with a huge stand on a 2-point conversion at the end of the game. But Hampton here opens up the fourth quarter. Butts cannot hang on. Was that a backwards pass? No, they're going to rule it incomplete. Right on the line of scrimmage. Hampton, J.C. Pearson, is in position here to start with an amazing win here in what they were calling, in essence, a bowl game to start the season.
Absolutely, and we talked about the transfer portal a little bit earlier, and that's what the portal can do for you. It doesn't matter what people think you are. You bring in the type of players, you work hard all spring, all summer, and you come out and you prove them wrong. And everyone week 1 feels like they have a chance at the championship, right? You have a chance until you don't, and if there are 14 other teams better than this team, the way that Chris Zealous and this big offensive line and the way this defense is playing, that's going to be a pretty darn good conference, trust me.
You're looking at Lewis Matthews there. Moments ago, they're saying previous play is under review, probably to see if that should have been a live ball, and was that a forward or a backwards pass. Matthews was banged up earlier. He is the heart and soul, the middle of that defense. His defensive coordinator, Cedric Thornton, says he's a Sam Mills clone, which is high praise. The late, great Saints linebacker, Sam Mills. Yep. He said, man, if this guy were only 6'2", we'd be talking about Lewis Matthews a little bit differently. We're still talking about him with some high praise here. One of the better HBCU players, certainly, on either side of the ball. Further review here on that last incompletion from Zealous intended for Butts. Also, want to clarify what happened on that illegal touching before. Let's see this. I think it's a forward pass.
I think it
was it tipped coming out of Zealous's hands, however. Let's roll that back. Did Sonny Anderson get a hand on that? I think tough to tell.
Yeah, and if that's the case, it looks like it's backwards, actually, but the way they're lining up here, it's...
The rule of the field stands. Incomplete pass. 3rd down.
All right, so incomplete pass, 3rd down. Quickly want to go back to the punt there. They marked off a penalty. Not sure if there should have been a penalty. What was explained to us is the ball is dead at the spot of the kicking team making contact with the punt. And they said that the 50-yard line was where that contact happened. Reasonable minds can disagree on where that contact happened, but that's why Hampton started this drive on the 50. Now it's 3rd and 8. Anderson off the edge, doesn't get there. Ball thrown and intercepted at the 20-yard line. It's a pick for Robert Wilson, and he's going to run it back to the 40. And Grambling gets his 2nd interception of the afternoon.
Yeah, Robert Wilson look like they're playing 2-man coverage where they're going to run under the receivers. You got help over the top. You see the safeties. Robert Wilson runs right under that throw. Comes up with the huge interception for this Grambling defense. See him come under it, and it looks like it was more of a zone coverage than actual 2-man. But good job of seeing the ball thrown, reacting to it, and running to the reception point.
And Sonny Anderson with a little pressure off the edge as well. It looked as if he may have gotten a hand on that previous play, that incompletion, and then a little pressure there as well, forcing the throw. And now let's see what Crawley can do. Chased by Townsell. Crawley just flicks it downfield, trying to get away with Waters, the intended receiver. Townsell living in the backfield.
Yeah, there's that A-gap pressure again. They've got to realize that, and they've got to block down. But watch Townsell, number 94, he lines up right over the center. So the left guard and the right guard has got to know there's got to be a call to block down to secure those A gaps, and you see him talking right now, the inside of that offensive line, because you let a guy come right through that A gap, and there he is again, lined up right over the center like he's coming.
Jawan Singletary, 55, looked back last time as if to say, where did he come from? He was standing right over you. And here's Rash with the completion. Rash will break a tackle. Lyndon Rash, the veteran receiver, has put together a big day. The graduate student came in with 69 career receptions. He has done a lot of good work here. And he picks up a first down as Rash gets his 7th catch of the day.
They're showing that blitz look every down. That time, Towns will line up in the A gap like he is again right now. Dropped out.
On first down. Quick hitter. It's Rash again. Guy's got some moves. Beg your pardon, Antonio Jones this time, number 19. So Rash gets 10. And then Antonio Jones gets about 12. Back-to-back first downs.
Yeah, now they're getting rid of the ball quickly. Every time he lines up in there. A couple plays ago he came. The last two he dropped out, but getting rid of the ball quickly.
Second time here in the second half, we've seen the defense, one now both sides, call a timeout to catch their breath.
Lost Medicaid or CHIP coverage? Healthcare.gov is here for you.
Where can we find a low-cost health plan?
What about a plan that covers doctor visits?
Emergency care?
Prescriptions?
With the new law, 4 out of 5 customers can find a plan for $10 or less per month with financial help. Healthcare.gov is here for you. Enroll today for coverage starting the 1st of next month.
What's the website again?
Healthcare.gov.
At Domino's, our newest stuffed cheesy bread is loaded with pepperoni. Frankly, we're kind of embarrassed we didn't think of adding pepperoni sooner, but better late than never. Try irresistible new pepperoni stuffed cheesy bread. It's the perfect mouth-watering side for pepperoni lovers. Only at Domino's.
Narrow is no good. That's why I wear new wide fit, hands-free Skechers slip-ins. You just step in and go with no bending down. They even go on easy sitting because wider is better. Even I could have made that. Try new wide fit Skechers slip-ins.
It's how you fire up the team. Kingsford. It's how you do it.
He didn't go to college. I never asked for a raise. He didn't wear fancy shoes. I never took out a mortgage. His friends didn't belong to a country club. His parents didn't have a will. So he worked hard and invested wisely, not in stocks or bonds, but in others.
Where'd Arby's Buffalo Boneless Wings go? Wee! Hot Honey Barbecue, too. Wee! Oh, there they are, with fries for $5. Arby's, we have the meat.
HBCU football continues tomorrow on NFL Network.
And he's got a touchdown!
As Morehouse College battles Virginia Union in the Black College Football Hall of Fame Classic. Tomorrow at 4 on NFL Network.
Game here in the fourth quarter. And by the way, what a performance at the half by not only the Hampton University marching force, but the world-famed Tiger marching band as well. Both put on a show. First down here for Grambling, trying to make this a show. Down 11. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter here at the Brick City Classic at Red Bull Arena. Here comes the blitz off the edge. They pick it up, and Crawley is going to take a deep shot, and Crawley's got it, and Crawley's got the touchdown.
That's a great throw by Crawley, and we had just talked during the break that that's the one thing he hasn't been able to do is hit the long home run ball, and he comes out of the break and does a great job of laying that ball right in there.
To Lyndon Rash, who had 5 touchdowns last year, 11 in his career, and this is number 12.
Yeah, and actually 3 blue jerseys around Lyndon Rash. Just a breakdown in a assignment by Stanley Gardner right there. And Rash is able to get into the corner over the top and a perfectly thrown ball by Crawley for the touchdown.
How about this for Lyndon Rash as Grambling is going to go for two. Been here since 2017 on that SWAC championship team, and now trying to do it again as he's here as a graduate student and into the end zone for his 12th career touchdown. They're trying to make this a 3-point game, going for two with Elder in the backfield. Crawley will throw wide open. That's another one. Another 2-point conversion. Nay, Sean Dickerson.
Big plays. That's what we talked about that they needed to have. We saw one on that first drive out, and then this one. Great ball and a great 2-point conversion.
28-25 after the touchdown to Rash. 36 yards, and we've got a game.
Type 2 diabetes?
Discover the Ozempic Trizone. In my Ozempic Trizone, I lowered my A1C, CV risk, and lost some weight.
In studies, the majority of people reached an A1C under 7 and maintained it. Ozempic lowers the risk of major cardiovascular events, such as stroke, heart attack, or death, in adults also with known heart disease. And you may lose weight. Adults lost up to 14 pounds. Ozempic isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. Don't share needles or pens or reuse needles. Don't take Ozempic if you or your family ever had medullary thyroid cancer or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2 or if allergic to it. Stop Ozempic and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or an allergic reaction. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Gallbladder problems may occur. Tell your provider about vision problems or changes. Taking Ozempic with a sulfonylurea or insulin may increase low blood sugar risk. Side effects like nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea may lead to dehydration, which may worsen kidney problems.
Join the millions already taking Ozempic. Ask your healthcare provider about the Ozempic Trizone.
One-upping.
I love Old Trapper. I love how tender it is. Don't forget the wood smoke flavor. Savory beef. Quality ingredients. I'm their biggest fan.
Old Trapper. What's your beef?
Thursday Night Football is back on Prime. To the end zone touchdown. With the games you can't miss, how about this guy? What a catch. The voices you know. Fires it. Caught. This is unbelievable. And a party before and after every game. Let's go. It's Thursday Night Football all season long.
It's on Prime.
Tell you what, we're set up for a great finish here. Hampton has a lead, 28-25, but Grambling marches down the field, getting the benefit there of a call after a punt, gets the ball back, and then touchdown at a 2-point conversion, 28-25, and we spent all this time talking about Chris Ellis. Let's give Miles Crawley some flowers too.
Absolutely. 2 touchdown passes, 248 yards, throwing the ball. Lyndon Rash, great day, but Crawley, we were just talking about how everything has been short and he hasn't really connected much down the field, and he drops that in perfectly.
As again, it's going to be a short kick. And this one's going to be fielded fair catch at the 15-yard line. Interesting. Pushing and shoving there after the fact as well. 13:22 to go. Each team a couple of timeouts. Hampton leading 28-25. Here trying to win for the first time since October 15th of a year ago.
Should come out to the 25-yard line, though. The fair catch on the kickoff.
Absolutely. The touchback there. The 25, which is the new rule this year in the NFL as well. And Lewis Matthews is back on the field, which is good to see. The heart and soul in the middle of that defense there, tackling machine. We talk a lot about Sonny Anderson. We should talk about 57 Lewis Matthews as well. He left the field last time the Grambling defense was out there. And he is back in there now. As Zealous, over 100 yards already today on the keeper. Zealous with a flag down, trying to find some running room. Not a lot there to the 29.
You can see Hugh Jackson over there pointing, move him back, take him back, because that's when Chris Zealous and this offense seems to sputter. They get behind the chains.
I'm guessing a hold.
71. 10-yard penalty. First down.
71 is Brandon Hardy, and it is a hold on Brandon Hardy, the senior out of Vanceboro, North Carolina.
Remember that last Grambling touchdown started with the interception, the turnover by Wilson that got the ball back for him.
Back up to the 15. It's a run for burst. Let's get more of that actually. Go down to Marley.
You guys, in the third quarter, I saw cornerbacks coach Saeed Lee get high level with his guys and say, hey, you guys need to be communicating more, and look how that paid off. Robert Wilson comes up with a huge interception to change the pace of the game and put Grambling within 2.
All right, so the Grambling defense getting things straight here, and it's helped. And now the Grambling defense is going to be the beneficiary of another 5-yard penalty.
Offense, number 11. 5-yard penalty. Second half.
This time it's Ramon Copeland, the wide receiver. So some self-inflicted wounds here on this drive by Hampton after Grambling cut the lead to 3.
These long yardage situations, that's when Grambling defenses really thrive. You know, they only had 5 interceptions the entire season last year. They've got 2 already today.
And now after
Clock operator.
get lined up.
Set the game clock to 12:35. 12:30. 12:34.
All right, so more issues with the clock. We're going to set it to 12:34. If you're just joining us in the first quarter, referee Alexander Randolph, seemingly frustrated, said that they're going to keep the time on the field. This, after, and again, first college football game ever in this building, Red Bull Arena, there were multiple issues with the clock, and Randolph constantly had to have the scoreboard reset. And here he has to do it again. Zealous fires over the middle. Copeland catches the ball behind him. He gets a big pop, but he gets some big yardage to the 25. Javon Singletary came calling, but it makes it 3rd and manageable.
It's a big throw. Watch the middle of the field. Thought that ball was a good throw, but actually the linebacker was just a little bit late on that, and now it's 3rd and manageable.
It's 3rd and 9. Need to get to the 35 to keep this drive alive. That's 14 yards there for Copeland on 2nd down. Zealous, Copeland again. He goes up high and holds on to the football. 1st down.
Great catch by Copeland. Same play, and Webster, number 18, the linebacker, was late again. That's a ball that he should have picked. I thought the last play, but definitely they come right back to it, and they complete it for a 1st down. Good job by Chris Zealous.
Back-to-back plays by number 11, Ramon Copeland, the junior wide receiver out of Chesapeake, Virginia. And an injury behind the play. We have called Javon Carter's name a few times today. He is slow to get up. But now he's walking over to the Grambling huddle under his own power. Good to see. A couple of timeouts for each team remaining here. 11:19 left on the clock. J.C. Pearson, Marley Weirda down to the sideline. I'm Andrew Siciliano. 3-point game. Hampton up 11 at the half. At 1 point here. Grambling making this one interesting. Cutting it to 3. on first down. It's Butts on the carry. Lane in the backfield to drop. Lane Lewis has showed up today.
Lane Lewis, though, seemed like they're baiting him a little bit. That RPO, Zealous is going to pull that out of there.
And now take a shot. Copeland running free. Can't hang on. Singletary over there again. Javon Singletary has been a big hitter today.
See this ball, they go down the field. That's a ball that should be caught. If you're a wide receiver, you know you're going to get hit anyway. You might as well catch the ball. That ball is thrown in a great spot by Zealous. Copeland's got to come down with that ball.
Good job by Singletary holding up there and not delivering a big hit. Fields was behind him, the other DB, 21. Now 3rd and 10. Zealous. Copeland. Oh, he fell down. Copeland had a first down maybe if he kept his feet.
Absolutely. Runs that deep comeback and he's wide open. Look where the ball is thrown and he just falls down. And you can see Coach Prunty right there. If he just stays up, that ball hits him right in the numbers.
Tough one for Ramon Copeland, who had 2 big catches on this drive, took a couple of big hits, but on 2nd and 3rd down, could not come up with either pass from Chris Zealous. And now they're going to have to punt it away. Guidry, not a lot of room. And Grambling's getting the ball back. See what they can do. Down 3 with 10.5 to go.
The school play was really coming together. Until disaster struck. Tensions were high. Luckily, replacement costumes were shipped with FedEx, which means Mr. Harvey could picture the perfect night. FedEx can help you be ready for what's next.
This fall, college football is live on NFL Network.
And he's got a touchdown.
The pageantry and tradition every Saturday.
Wow.
Tonight at 7, live on NFL Network.
Personal style is a reflection of your own narrative and how you want to put yourself forward in the world.
You have to look at these new technologies because they are game changers in helping you succeed and grow your business.
Here's some straight talk for you. Use your loved ones to save money on wireless. You could add your favorite son. You could add your ex. Add grandma, but don't tell her about the unlimited talk part.
More lines mean more savings with Straight Talk. Get unlimited data, talk, and text for $25 a line.
Pods is your personal moving and storage team for moves across town or across the country.
And now, an announcement from America's #1 most watched morning show.
We've got a million good reasons for you to watch GMA this September.
Someone somewhere in America is about to get $1 million live on GMA. Could it be you? Watch GMA this September.
Ah, you see how I did that? A million good reasons.
Plus, the new cast of Dancing with the Stars will be revealed live, and the Sharks are back, giving you the real advice to grow your money. This September, put some good in your mornings with
Good Morning America.
Gremlins get the ball back, down only 3 now with 10.5 to go. Really impressed, JC, with Miles Crawley, starting with his 36-yard touchdown the last drive to Linden Ranch.
Absolutely. Look at the air that he puts on this ball and drops it right in to Linden Ranch. And then on a 2-point conversion, he baits the corner to think he's going to throw it to Rash at the goal line. He throws it to the back of the end zone to Dickerson for the 2-point conversion. Then how about that? Just a little layup at the end, huh?
Exactly. Some good fundamental football there for Miles Crawley. The way to play, he shows the way and leads leads the way and gives it there to Floyd Chalk for a short gain across the 20. So Crowley, guys, from Alabama State, the transfer, played 19 games there over 3 years. Had a game last year where he started on the road at the Rose Bowl against UCLA. Stood in there, took a couple of hits. Certainly, Alabama State did not upset UCLA, Chip Kelly's team at the Rose Bowl, but Crawley played well and is playing well here today after winning this job from Hugh Jackson in camp. Another run for Chalk. And interesting how Grambling, which had so much success here on that last drive with the quick game, JC with taking some shots downfield, open up this drive with 2 consecutive handoffs to Chalk.
And I think they need to use Crawley a little bit like Hampton is using their quarterback, Zealous. He can run as well, use his legs, get him outside the pocket, run some RPOs, let him use his athletic ability some and get him in some space as well.
The Hampton fans start to make some noise here. Big down, 3rd and 6. Chance Williams in the backfield, Knighton 31 there as well. Crawley to throw. Crawley with a deep shot. Crawley almost intercepted. Lucky it was not. Intended for a rash, and he had 3 guys around him.
That was not a good throw. Not a good decision. 3rd and 6. Going down the field. That's one where maybe he should have taken off and used his legs, but watch when he does decide to throw. He's a little bit off balance. The ball sails on him. He's lucky that that ball wasn't intercepted down the field. Got away with one there. Corey Wilson, number 28, almost came up with the big turnover.
It was over his head. If Corey Wilson could have gotten a hand on that, he would have had a convoy down the sideline and into the end zone. Jimmy Isles on the punt. Copeland set for the return. He will run underneath it, call a fair catch, and with Lanier in his face, field that one cleanly on the 36-yard line. So Hampton, speaking of running games, Hampton has been fantastic on the ground. Let's see if they can eat some clock here with their ground game that is well over 200 yards today, and Zealous has over 100 yards himself.
Time to take advantage of that big offensive line. Averages about 300 pounds. Time to take advantage of those guys and be able to get some first downs, run some clock, get some points on the board as a bonus at this point.
Zealous has 103 yards on the ground. He has both Butts and Burris with him. He gives to Butts a big hole. Butts over the middle. Butts across the 50-yard line. Darren Butts takes it into Grambling territory, and that will eat some clock as well.
Absolutely. This big offensive line, number 73 right there. Devon Orr, 6'6", 290. He's out in front, leading the run, gets a great block out there. There's Winfred Dowdy, Tyler McDuffie, all these big guys. This is when you wanted to rely on those guys.
Another give to Butts, this time trying the right side. And Lewis Matthews makes a stop. Right at the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard. 14 yards on the previous play for Butts to get him across midfield.
Yeah, great job by Lewis Matthews. They come back with the exact same play. This time he beats Devon Orr, gets by him, and is able to make that tackle for no gain.
Lewis Matthews, 7th tackle of the game, had 100 last year. Led the SWAC in solo tackles. No gain there for Butts. Stays in the backfield. Zealous will give it to him. Look at Butts at the 40. Butts dancing. First down. Butts across the 45. Ball's out. Waiting for the call. Looks like Hampton fell on it. Right in front of the Grambling sideline.
Ball fumbled out of bounds. Ball will come back to the spot of the fumble. First down, Hampton.
All right, Darren Butts making plays in traffic. And got lucky that one went out of bounds.
Yeah, he did. When you start crossing the field like that, you have to understand that Grambling's going to be punching at the ball, trying to get that ball out of there.
Gets knocked out. Kevin Thomas going for it. He can't get it.
Patrick Marshall, I think 15, came from the backside and got that ball out of there.
Krista Gray had a foot out of bounds. He could not pick that ball up and stay in bounds, as now Burris gets a carry here for around 5. So we mentioned the ground game. Chris Ellis and Burris and Butts over 200 yards. And another 5 there as the clock winds down, under 7 to go. Hampton inside the 30. Not a lot of room to run there for Burris. 3rd down.
Grambling run blitzing, meaning they're sending everybody through a gap. Everybody's responsible for a gap. Everybody getting up the field.
Devontae Webster, 18 in the middle of that. Sonny Anderson, bottom of your screen, number 9. 3rd and 6. As Zealous looks to the sideline. And Burris moves to his right now.
Zero coverage, middle of the field, wide open. Everybody man to man.
The pitch to Burris. Burris leveled. Not going to get there. 4th down. Ryan Fields came up with the stick.
That's a great tackle by Fields, number 21. Then man coverage, reads the option, comes up, outside, contain, and does a great job of making that tackle.
And they're going to go for it on 4th down. 4th and 4, needs the 24, and Grambling will take a timeout defensively. And the Tigers will have only 1 left. Hugh Jackson takes a timeout. Huge 4th down coming up.
Now what? You say it when things get out of hand. At Prudential, we think you should say it when you hand down something valuable, too. Like when you realize a recipe is just one gift you can give them. Ask, now what? Here's what. You get life insurance from Prudential and help protect your family like you protect a family recipe. Who's your rock? Ask your employer about Prudential benefits or speak to an advisor today.
That sizzle, that's the soundtrack of Chipotle.
The soundtrack of Chipotle?
Oh, yeah. You come in, you're going to be hearing that sizzle. That's how you know that we always have fresh food.
Fresh is what you stand for.
Exactly.
Make this the summer you started here and ended up all the way up here. The summer you gathered with a few friends and later a few hundred more. Found the perfect place to dive in and an even better way to dry off. Make this the summer of Jeep.
Introducing employee pricing on all 2023 Jeep Gladiator models. Purchase and get $6,453 below MSRP on the 2023 Jeep Gladiator Rubicon.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
Is this your plan to watch the game today?
Yeah, I have to watch my neighbor's NFL Sunday ticket.
It's not your best plan. But you know what it is? My plan from Verizon. Switch now and they'll give you NFL Sunday ticket from YouTube TV on them.
This plan is amazing.
Another amazing plan? Backing away from here very slowly.
Josh Allen.
Football season is here. Get NFL Sunday ticket from YouTube TV on us, a $449 value. Plus, get a free Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 5, only on Verizon.
Catch it all on NFL Plus. Stream live local and primetime games on mobile. Watch live highlights every Sunday afternoon during the regular season. Start streaming NFL Plus today. Plans start at $6.99.
The Brick City HBCU Classic on NFL Network is presented by Prudential. Plan, invest, insure, retire with Prudential. All right, huge play here. 4th and 4. Hampton's going to go for it. Up 3. 5:31 to go. Need to get the 24. Zealous with Burris next to him in the backfield. 265 yards on the ground today for Hampton. Can they get 5 more? Burris spins through a tackle, and he has a Hampton first down.
That's that weight room. that weight room. Bigger, stronger, faster finish that Coach Prunty talked to us about. You can see right here, just the leg drive, the initial hit was short of the first down. Elijah Burr spins out of there, keeps those legs moving, able to get enough for a big first down for Hampton.
It was Matthews, 57, and Webster, 18, who could not bring Burris down. Elijah Burris, 5'10", 205.
Now you see Hampton taking their time, running some clock.
Grambling has only one timeout. Here's Butts to the boundary. Butts turns the corner, gets a couple of yards, and goes out of bounds.
Yeah, that's right there, though. You got to be smart. Stay in bounds right now. Right now, the clock is their friend. That's what they want to do, is keep the clock moving. He runs out of bounds and stops the clock. And that's to Grambling's favor.
Basically gives Grambling a free timeout there.
Yeah.
With 4:36 to go in this game. You're just joining us. It was 21-9 at the half. The lead for Hampton. Grambling cut it to 21-17, then 28-17 in favor of Hampton, and now it is a 3-point game. And the clock restarts. 4:15. The snap and the give to Butts. Looked left, decided nothing there. Instead, goes right for a yard or two. Some pushing and shoving afterwards here between Carter and Shaw as well. And the clock is going to wind under 4 minutes remaining. Third down. Love what Robert Prunty did. He went for it on fourth. 4th and 4. A little too long for a field goal try. Why give the ball up? You may as well just go for it. Hard to pin Grambling inside the 5.
It's like they're going to take a timeout here. Going to let the clock run down a little bit and take a timeout and talk about it.
We can't see the play clock, so we apologize for you. Clock and timing issues all afternoon here. We can tell you the game clock on your screen is accurate. So Prunty clearly does know the play clock, and he let that wind down. And Hampton's going to call a timeout with 3:23 left before 3rd and 8. Now, if you've been moving the football as well as you have on the ground, do you risk throwing here on 3rd and 8?
Well, I don't think you do. Well, obviously you're in 2-down territory, but if you run the ball and you don't get the first down, the clock continues to run, and you can run more time off of it even as you prepare for the 4th down play. If you throw the ball and you don't catch it, it's incomplete, then the clock stops as you prepare for 4th down. So I think here, RPO, run pass option. Chris Zealous has done a great job all day long, but you can see Grambling right here. They know that this could be the play of the game right here.
Absolutely. And if you're thinking ahead, Tristan Heaton's range, roughly 40. Said Prunty, it's a 3-point game as it stands now. Low snap. Zealous takes the shot. Incomplete with a flag. However, 2 flags out in the end zone as he wanted Dorian Moultrie. 3 flags down. It's going to be a defensive hold and an automatic first down. That's the initial indication. One official signal hold, interesting.
Holding.
Can't have a hold if the ball's in the air.
Number 15. 10-yard penalty. Automatic. First down.
To me, that seemed more like a PI than a hold.
And that wasn't number 15 down here, was it? I thought that was number 20. You can see the ball in the air. I don't know who the hold was on.
It was DeGray.
Number 20. They just changed it to number 20.
So it is on DeGray. Now, when the ball's in the air, it should be PI, not a hold.
Absolutely.
Hampton
either way,
doesn't mind. They will take the first down with 3:14 to go. Either way, we do agree that DeGray likely should have been flagged there on the goal line. So they got the flag part of it right. And that's going to put the ball inside the 15 on the 13-yard line now, as Hampton gets the first down via penalty. Hampton has 272 yards on the ground today and 427 yards of total offense. Now from the 11, with a tight end in the backfield. They give the Bucks. No, Zealous is going to keep it. 10-5, touchdown. Chris Zealous, second time in the end zone today. And Hampton extends to a 9-point lead.
And what was their word all off season? Finish, right? That's what they talked about. Finish, the end of games. That's what they lifted for. That's why they ran. That's why they wanted to get bigger, stronger, more stamina. That's what Coach Prunty talked to us about. It. You see the result right there. Chris Zealous, you hear the band. Big drive, relied on that big offensive line in the run game.
And now the extra point to extend the lead to 10 is good by Heaton. Zealous had a 22-yard touchdown. He has an 11-yard touchdown. He has thrown 2 scores as well. And Hampton's lead is 10 after a 10-play, 63-yard drive, but most importantly, a drive that ate 5:46 off the clock.
Relying on that big offensive line like we talked about when they got the ball. Let's see what they can do, what they're made of, and that's exactly what they did. Power run game, one pass down the field, got a first down, and the rest was all runs, kept the clock running, and got in the end zone.
Got to feel good for Chris Zealous as well in the three-way quarterback battle. A lot of people thought it was Jared Lewis's job, the transfer from Delaware State. Zealous and Malcolm Mays alternated last year. Zealous had that shoulder injury. Mays played well in his stead. Zealous wins this job, and he has Hampton in position with 3:08 to go to get an opening week win here at the Brick City Classic. Grambling has only one timeout. It's going to come down to C.J. Goodrich. He has speed, the track star. Can't break free. And he is drilled inside the 20. Brandon Murphy. All right, let's look at some domination here. We had Sonny Anderson and Lewis Matthews both say that they wanted to dominate. The dominant force here today, JC, has been the Hampton run game.
Absolutely, starting with those big offensive linemen up front. Chris Zealous making great decisions on the RPOs right here, and him being 6'3", 220 himself is a load. And then obviously with Butts and Burris and Butts, however you want to say it, that three-headed rushing monster behind those big offensive linemen. Great day for Hampton.
So Crawley to Dickerson there on first down. The clock is going to run as we see what those backs have done. Zealous has over 114 yards, has 114 yards on the ground. I beg your pardon. Butts has over 100. He has 103. As Crawley now on 2nd and 8 fires another completion. Trying to get in a little rhythm here as they'll pick up a first down. That's Javon Robinson, the 5'6" wide receiver, with the catch. And there's a flag in the backfield. Hold on.
Are you surprised?
No, Milton Priestley, the left tackle, is arguing his case. I don't think he's going to win this argument. Or maybe he will. Point the other way. Okay, so I know Roderick Dorsey, the defensive lineman, called for one personal foul. Offsetting personal fouls here. Honestly, with the bands, I had trouble hearing.
Right.
JC.
But I know what a lot of people at home are saying. Let them play. Right? Too many flags out here. Just let them play ball. Especially the offsetting. Here, we didn't hear anything of who it was, but the result of the play is the result of the play, and let them play.
Which is now the 37-yard line for Miles Crawley, with Gidrian Dickerson to the left of the bottom of the screen. And a handoff and the give to Chalk. Look at him. Check it. It's Williams. It's Williams across the 50-yard line into Hampton territory to the 48-yard line. Ibrahim there at the tackle, the 2 and the 3. From this distance, beg your pardon, look exactly alike.
It's not over yet.
It's not. 1 to 2 minutes to go now. 48-yard line.
Need some big plays, though. Some more chunky plays. Get down the field.
It's Elder in the backfield now for Crawley. Takes a snap with 1:39 to go. Crawley.
Got him wide open.
Chasing him. Wide open man. Downfield. It's complete. It's Antonio Jones. And he's out of bounds inside the 5. There's your big play.
Blown coverage by Hampton. There's no way at this point in the game that you can let anybody get behind you. Look at the corner up top. The corner's running down the side, down the hash mark, instead of the outside third. That's his job out there. Stanley Gardner, you got to stay out there, do your job.
It's a gain of 47. And now they're knocking on the door on the 1. They're going to spot it back on the 4. It's a gain of 43. Elder with the handoff. Elder reaching for the end zone. He's going to be about a foot short. And the clock winds.
Grambling's got to get on the ball, get going.
Now on second down. No substitutions. Elder stays in. Elder bounces off a tackle. He has room. Does he have the speed? No. Cut down at the 5. What a play by Ahmad Ross, who saved a touchdown.
Ahmad Ross, minding his own business, do his job, get outside. Does a great job of cutting them down right there. That was a huge play for this Hampton defense.
All right, so Grambling is taking its final timeout. And they're going to put 3 more seconds on the clock. You heard Alexander Randolph say that. .102 is going to be the time in a long game, a game approaching 4 hours. It has been 4 hours full of clock resets, JC. We couldn't get to the final minute without doing it one more time.
At least.
Out to 102. 102. Thank you.
You want me to go do it?
Yeah,
please,
go
do it.
Please.
All right.
Go set it for him.
The clock should say 102. Okay? 102. Chance Williams in the backfield. 10-point game. 3rd and goal. 102. Grambling is out of timeouts. Williams into the end zone. Chance, the runner, with a touchdown.
I see you there. I see what you did.
Saw what he did.
Yeah, right. Great job by Grambling getting down the field, though. They're still in this thing. And Chance, the runner, as you said, my man, takes it in. Now, they got to make this extra point, right?
Here we go again. Let's reset the clock.
Hey, the NFL Network, not only their dream, might be his dream too.
So, Tanner Rinker, who on our roster did not have a jersey number, Tanner Rinker now comes out for a very significant extra point to try to make this a 3-point game. Miles Hole, the punter. Oh my. Tanner Rinker missed it. Wow. And with 59 seconds left after the Chance Williams touchdown, it is a 35-31 game. Well, Grambling needed the onside kick regardless. But now they need a touchdown.
But now they've got to score a touchdown. And how about that?
As his teammates come over to console him, there's still time on the clock, though. There's still 59 seconds left on this clock. Hugh Jackson's team marched down the field. 6 plays, 80 yards. Interesting that on the opening drive of the game, instead of bringing Rinker out there, all right, they went for 2. Went for 2 a little bit later when they needed the 2. When the math said go for 2. There, it said kick the extra point and didn't work. So now Luca Duarte is on for the onside kick try. Not Rinker, but Duarte. He's a sophomore from Fayetteville, North Carolina. And timeout will be taken by Hampton. You can't take it home. You may as well take it now. So it comes down to an onside kick. Both teams out of timeouts, 59 seconds to go. Tell you what, we could not have asked for a more exciting finish. This game has had its ups and downs, JC, as we are nearly 4 hours into it. It's going to come down to an onside kick.
Come down to a special teams play. The hands team or the onside kick recover team.
Luca Duarte placing Garrett Urban, the kicker from a year ago. It was Rinker who missed the extra point. Now Duarte on for the onside kick try. The lefty with the bouncer. It's loose. Copeland out of bounds. And it's going to be Hampton football with 59 seconds to go. He got it through the hands team there, but he got out of bounds.
Got out of bounds.
The officials huddling on the near sideline in front of the Hampton bench on the 35.
See the ball here. Doesn't look like it touches a Hampton player until it goes out of bounds. If that's the case, it would be a penalty and kicking it out of bounds, but maybe he did touch it right before it went out. So now victory formation
from the
Hampton
35, and Hampton will win for the first time since October of a year ago. October 15th, 2022, held on to the big defensive stop Robert Prunty's team did on a 2-point try by Albany and won 38-37 after going 1-7 to the CAA a year ago and after ending on a 5-game losing streak. Prunty told us he wanted his team to finish. It has been able to finish with a fantastic effort by Chris Zellis, who after taking that knee, pumps his fist and celebrates. The Pirates are victorious here today in the inaugural Brick City Classic, beating Grambling 35-31.
A lot of positives for both teams. Obviously, you have a winner and a loser here, but a lot of positives for Grambling, a lot of positives for Hampton. Both of these teams rebuilding much better already than they were last season. I think both teams will go back, look at the video, make some corrections, and should have much better seasons this year than they did last.
I think the future is bright here for this Hampton team. Certainly, you got to be happy for Chris Zellis with 4 total touchdowns. He threw 2. He ran for 2 and had over 100 yards on the ground. 114 rushing for Zellis. And for Grambling. Listen, G. Jackson brought in a lot of transfers through the portal here. He did a lot of work recruiting, whether it's in living rooms with moms and dads or whether it's on his Instagram page, which we haven't talked much about here today, but we know he is going to turn this thing around. Maybe he found his quarterback today in Miles Crawley. He certainly has defensive talent there as Sonny Anderson and Lewis Matthews walk off. They'll turn this thing around, certainly. I think the future's bright for them here as well. Just couldn't make enough plays in the fourth quarter.
Absolutely. They'll go back. They'll watch the video of both teams. They'll evaluate them. Just a couple penalties here or there, a couple things, but a lot of positives by both teams.
So Hampton wins this one 35-31. All right, that's going to do it for us. For Marley Weirda, for J.C. Pearson, my name is Andrew Siciliano. Coming up, we got another college football game. This one's going to be great. It's Army traveling to Monroe, Louisiana to take on the Warhawks at Malone Stadium. For all of us here in Harrison, New Jersey, it's a fun one. Thanks so much for watching. Hampton's the winner.
Under center triple option since 1980, right? And that's crazy. But now it's a new day. And they are running this new option attack out of a spread gun. I'm looking forward to seeing how they execute that tonight.
And we are set for football.